She is, boys. The Stanley Cup. Ultimate treasure of hockey.
This should be easy, boys. The coast is clear. No one is around.
Watch me back, fellers. I got this.
It shocked me!
Those who have not won the cup cannot touch the cup.
I've got it. Bring forth Vinny.
Pirate Vinny, come forth!
I've got this, guys. Let's take it to the ship, boys. Cup's staying in Tampa Bay.
Live from Bayshore Boulevard in Tampa, News Channel 8 is proud to present the seminal Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest and the Gasparilla Parade of Pirates, presented by ye mystic crew of Gasparilla and sponsored in part by your Southern Chevy dealers. The Gasparilla Parade is being brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, the ultimate place to play, dine, and rock. News Channel 8's broadcast sponsored by HomeValue.com. Don't try to sell your home without Home Value Marketing. Physician Partners of America, specializing in pain management, orthopedics, and minimally invasive spine procedures. Precision Garage Door, a name you can trust. And the Duncan Duo. Go to theduncanduo.com and get your home sold, guaranteed. Now, here are your hosts for today's Gasparilla Parade coverage. Keith Kate, Stacy Scheibel, Josh Benson, and Gail Guayardo.
And good afternoon, and welcome to the 2018 News Channel 8 Gasparilla Parade. It is live. It is in high definition. It is our exclusive parade. It is the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates, and it is my first time anchoring our parade coverage here. Keith Kate, my partner, of course, you're a veteran here at the
I've done it a few
Gasparilla.
times. You're in for a treat. This is going to be a lot of fun. You at home are going to be able to see what we see. We're going to experience it together. I can think back about 18 years ago when we first started. I was on the ship itself.
You were captured.
I was captured. I was kidnapped and taken aboard the ship, and it's been an adventure ever since. And just to sit up here and watch the parade floats go by, so much fun, so much color. It's just great for all of Tampa Bay. Someone else who is on the street right now is our pirate. That's Josh Benson.
Hey.
Josh,
Recognize him.
I've been waiting to see this get up all week. You look terrific, man. You look great.
I got stretching. Hey, I didn't get much sleep last night. I slept below deck, rough seas, terrible sleep. But I got up, I stretched out on the cannons. I had a little hot seawater, and I am ready to go. And the crowd, hey, you guys ready to go out here? You guys ready to go? Let's go. We got the crowd. They're getting excited. So we are getting all set here on Bayshore Boulevard for the Gasparilla Parade, the Parade of Pirates, guys. It's going to be a good time. We'll send it back up to you.
All right, it is going to be fun. The weather's great. It's a little breezy, a little choppy for the boats when they came in earlier this morning.
But it could have been a lot worse.
It sure could have.
I mean, this is not a bad day. Nice breeze. It's not too hot. Perfect weather. And, you know, Gail Guardo is out there as well. She's often on the street talking to folks, and she's on a float today. So what do you see, Gail? Gail Guardo.
Guys, I am so excited about my assignment this year. I am going to be with a live camera on board the Blackbeard Revenge float. Hey, guys! Now, we are number like 92 on the parade route. So you can see this is like a big party behind the scenes that I have not seen. Getting to these floats early, stocking them with beads. They get ready for you hours before the parade starts. Now, I know it's moving right now, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. And I'm going to be talking to DJ Flash Gordon. We're going to be rolling the best music ever. And I want you to know, Keith, Kate, and Stacy, I'm going to be playing my theme song, Boots with a Fur. So wait for it. I know you guys love it too. Back to you.
Hey,
I love
it wouldn't be Gasparilla without it. Thank you so much, Gail. We know
Boots
that
with a
Gail and
fur.
Josh have the ground covered,
yeah,
but we also have Eagle 8 up in the sky today. And boy, we got great pictures of the invasion earlier today. That starts, you know, well before noon when the pirates actually invade the bay. So if we could take a look at that.
Thousands of craft get out there, and they follow this ship. And there's a great picture of it right there you can see on your screen right now. The boats coming in, taking a look at all that's going to be happening along the parade route, Bayshore Boulevard. Eagle 8 HD always providing terrific pictures of this parade. But it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see it from the air, and you're going to see it right down here on the ground as well. This parade, Stacy, actually started on Bay to Bay.
Right,
started
at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock, so it's actually making its way towards us. We're a little further down Bayshore, closer to downtown Tampa. So if you're in the neighborhood and you're walking this way, wave, throw a bead. We're going to have some fun here today.
Yes, it's about to get very loud. We have all of the law enforcement officers who lead off the parade coming our way right now. We're going to take a quick break because when we come back, we will be starting with the floats. We'll see you in a second.
Welcome back to the Parade of Pirates. I'm Josh Benson. Joining me now is Dr. St. Louis from Physician Partners of America. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Tell us what you do over at Physician Partners.
We, throughout the state of Florida, treat approximately 4,000 patients a month with interventional pain management and also spine surgery.
So you have a lot of people coming through that office each month.
Yes, 4,000 a month is quite a few.
And you may have a few people next week if Gasparilla gets a little too crazy.
That could be a distinct possibility.
Well, thanks for being a broadcast sponsor. We really appreciate it. And have a great time today.
Thank you.
All right, Keith and Stacy, we'll send it back to you.
General Ann Dunwoody. Jeff Patterson had a chance to sit down and speak with her earlier, and here's a little bit more about the General.
We've always been the people on the outside of the fence catching the bees, and so it's really exciting this year and honored to be right smack dab in the middle of it.
General Ann Dunwoody is often smack dab in the middle of it. As the U.S. Army's first female 4-star, she didn't just sit behind a desk. She visited the troops in the field, learning about their needs and problems.
She's probably the most down-to-earth general officer I've ever met.
And serving as an inspiration to the women of the U.S. Army.
It helps me want to strive to achieve that status as well. So, yes, it's definitely inspirational.
General Dunwoody joined the U.S. Army in 1974 at a time when the Women's Army Corps was just integrating into the service.
I'd had the same opportunities as my male counterparts as a career officer.
Along the way, she took advantage of every chance she was given.
When I got promoted and nominated to 4 stars, I was not prepared for the enormity of the event.
The event made news worldwide, but it was a letter from a lieutenant colonel she had served with before that touched her the most.
And he said, General Dunwoody, I'm so happy for you. I can now tell my 3 daughters they can be anything they want to be, to include a general in the United States Army.
Okay. I'll toss. All right, and we are going to be back with more coverage of the fabulous Gasparilla Parade brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock. It is the Parade of Pirates, and we are just getting started. We'll be right back.
Budweiser, they're coming.
They're coming.
We're here with the Duncan duo, Andrew and Angela Duncan of Remax. Guys, thanks so much for being a broadcast sponsor this year. Tell us a little bit about your company.
So we're a high-producing real estate team based out of Tampa. We're actually the official real estate agents of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we guarantee your home sold or we buy it. We love being a part of Gasparilla. It's something that's so synonymous with Tampa, and it's the perfect alignment for our company being synonymous with Tampa as well.
And you are the company for the Lightning, I'm told.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're excited about the Stanley Cup, excited about all the great things the Lightning are doing, not just with winning games, but also in the community as well.
Well, thanks for being a part of it. Great job dressing up. You need to step it up. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Josh, and welcome back. Keith Cate along with Stacy Scheibel, and you are watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest. This is the Parade of Pirates. We've seen some law enforcement come through. A lot of excitement here, but not long from now, the floats themselves show up.
That's right. We are mere moments away from the start of the parade. You will see the Clydesdales here in just a moment, but we're going to check in right now with Gail Guayardo. She's hanging out with the crew of Blackbeard's Revenge. She's on float duty today. Gail.
All right, Blackbeard Revenge is known, it's notorious for being one of the funnest floats in the Gasparilla Parade, and that's largely in part thanks to DJ Flash Morgan. How's it going?
Did you say one of? This isn't the premier float to be on down here. I'm telling you right now. Listen, my job is to make sure that everybody screams for the bees, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. if you hold up a sign that says KBR, Channel 8, Q105, we're going to shower you with the beads if we see you.
Nice.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Now, how do you decide what music to roll on?
Oh, my goodness. It's Saturday night dance party. Like you listen on Q105 on Saturday night. We play a little bit of everything, but as long as it gets the party going, you'll hear it. That's what we do.
So show me around a little bit. This is kind of your staging area right here.
This is my area right here. I don't know. It's pretty technical with a laptop and a little mixing board over there, but it's all right here. This is what happened. This part right here, this is my job right here.
All right, so now the boat is like, or I should say the float is like a boat, and it's stocked with beers and beads.
Yes, lots of beads. We got to give these beads out, too, by the way. We've got a 40-foot pirate ship here. 40-foot, and we pulled, of course, with our KBR truck, and we try to get as many people screaming at the top of their lungs as possible for our beads tonight.
All right, do you take requests by any chance?
Yeah, what would you like to hear?
Boots with the Fur. It's my favorite song.
Oh, she got them apple-bottom jeans and the boots with the fur.
All right, back to you guys.
Yeah, finish that. Everybody in the club looking at her. Come on.
We know that song. Hey, we want to thank you, Gail. We have a great time with that crew, and we also have a special moment, a special member of our crew that we want to honor today.
We do. Rocky Glisson. I think we can put a shot up of Rocky because he's out on the parade route right now. This is a guy who has been a part of our Channel 8 family for 46 years. And in that time, he's worn so many hats. He's been a reporter, a photojournalist, a producer, an assignment editor, and just an all-around good guy. Look at him nodding his head.
But he isn't retiring. He's actually going to use his skills from his master's degree in guidance and counseling to help Bay Area residents. But boy, Rocky has been around a lot longer than we have, Keith. He's a great guy, and Rocky, we will miss you.
We love you. We love you, buddy. And we know you'll be doing football coverage anyway. He loves to go cover the football games as well. And that's we're going to take a little break because the parade's coming around the corner. We're right there. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. We'll be right back.
All right, and welcome back to the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates.
Look at this, the Clydesdale, Budweiser, Barnacle Benson. You've got a great view, Josh. What do you see?
Oh, I see some beautiful animals. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Bill Giesking now from Pepin Distributing. Sir, thanks for being with us.
I am so happy to be here. Pepin Distributing Company is so proud to bring the Budweiser Clydesdales to this legendary event.
These are some beautiful animals, and when you see parades, if the Clydesdales are in it, it is a treat because these things are massive. How big are these things?
They're 2,000 pounds each, and they eat a whole lot of hay and drink a whole lot of water every day.
So with Budweiser and with all the distribution that's going on, you have a lot of jobs, especially this time of year around Tampa Bay.
It has been so busy. We've had the Clydesdales doing all kinds of shows around Tampa Bay in preparation for Gasparilla, because this is such a legendary day. It's a visit Tampa Bay kind of day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Let's take a look up top here. You have two employees, Pepin employees. How long they've been working?
I do. 30-year employees up on the hitch. I've been with it 37 years and never been on that hitch.
You got the great job down here with us, so we get to follow the horses. So thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Dilly dilly, Tampa Bay.
Dilly dilly. All right, stay close. Much more of Gasparilla's Parade, the Parade of Pirates, coming up after the break. Stay with us. Arr.
And take a look here. You're going to see Eagle 8 HD giving you a great bird's eye view of the parade route. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates, and things are fully underway here, Stacey.
They are. Stacy Scheivel along with Keith Kate. We are anchoring your parade coverage today, and this crowd is always awesome. We knew it would be an even bigger crowd than normal because of the NHL All-Star Game in town. The Skills Challenge tonight at 7, the NHL All-Star Game on our air, News Channel 8 tomorrow at 3:30. And boy, we are just getting ready for this parade to really get going. We want to check in with Gail Guayardo. She's on a float. She is with the crew of Blackbeard's Revenge. Gail, what's up?
All right, guys, we are back on the Blackbeard's Revenge float. I am with Captain Kidd, one of the co-founders of this amazing crew. Tell me about you guys.
We're just a couple guys that was born and raised in Tampa, and we want to get back to the community.
And you guys do give a lot. You work with Shriners. You keep it local, right?
Absolutely. We try to do all of our charities for the local community.
And what's really great about this is we talk about this every year. This is like one big, fantastic party, and these guys know how to do it up right. But you guys really work year-round to get back.
Yeah, we do that year-round, so this is a gift we give back to our members to actually experience the parades.
And how many members do you guys have?
100.
All right, so they're 100 strong. Look around. We've got beads everywhere you look. So keep an eye out. We're a big, giant boat, like a ship, a pirate ship, and we're number 92?
That's it, number 92.
All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Back to you.
All right, we're going to see you shortly here, Gail. You know, we've had a chance to already see the Clydesdales, which were kind of cool. You know, aside from the fact that the horses are so impressive, you can notice the Dalmatian sitting up on top.
I didn't.
Yeah, they sit in the front seat now. They used to be the companions for the horses. Been there since 1950s. Now they just ride in honor on top of that. The Clydesdales are always so much fun. And we're going to have the flags coming out here in just a second to really kick this thing off.
You know what? The other thing, I'm not sure if people know the history, but WFLA News Channel 8 was the first station to ever broadcast the Gasparilla Parade.
It was our first broadcast.
Yeah, ever. We signed on the air, and it was February 14th of 1955. And the Mystic Crew of Gasparilla Invasion and Parade of Pirates ranks the third largest parade in the United States.
Well, you can tell it today, and it may be even higher, because with the NHL All-Star Game going on this week, we probably have a lot of people here who maybe wouldn't have been thinking about Gasparilla, but they came for this hockey phenomenal event that's happening, and they go, you got a parade too?
A half
bonus.
People.
It's amazing. and kudos to law enforcement for doing a great job keeping everyone safe. It's a fun atmosphere down here, and if you can't be here, we hope you stick by your television set and enjoy it at home.
Yes, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with much more parade coverage right after this.
And welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. Keith Kate along with Stacy Scheibel, and I guess we got another view from the sky.
We do. Our Eagle 8 HD is live up in the sky. It really gives you a good impact of the 500,000 people who show up for this parade year after year, and we are here year after year to bring it to you live. All kinds of pirates and fun out in the water, and boy, there's no better view than that one from Eagle 8 HD live.
Yeah, they actually see some nice floats coming around the corner that we can't even see yet. And we're going to be having up-close views. Josh Benson's down on the street. We have Gail Guardo up on a float as well. But we also want to talk about some of the other floats that are going to be in this parade this year, because we have some that will be on bicycles, Stacy.
Yes, and our Gasparilla reporter, Jeff Patterson, he takes us on a ride with On Bikes to find out what they're all about.
This year's Gasparilla Children's Parade was a first for the men, women, and children of On Bikes.
I think it's probably the closest you can get to being a rock star. Everybody's screaming for you and begging for beads and candy and everything else. So I think it's a lot of fun.
Jeff Linderman is on the board of On Bikes. He joined after finding out about the group's mission during a charity bike ride.
And I thought to myself, this is an unbelievable movement. You know, this whole thing where there's philosophy of giving, not taking, being part of the community and giving bikes to kids that are at-risk youth and kids that are in foster care.
On Bikes also partners with McKibben Hospitality to help build hundreds of the bikes they donate.
We kind of all remember getting our first bike and how awesome that was to take our first ride and everything else. So we're really excited to get those kids their first ride.
Some of the bikes are donated to children helped by Metropolitan Ministries.
It's so much more than a bike. It always is. We talk a lot about hope. And for these kids, they've lost everything. They've lost their friends. Some have lost a pet. There's been abandonment issues. And so a bike is so much more than just a bike.
This year, to get the word out about their mission across the Bay Area, On Bikes decided to join the Gasparilla festivities, building a float with a purpose.
The float is actually extremely versatile. So obviously we're using the float for the Gasparilla Children's Day Parade this last weekend, and we'll be participating in the Gasparilla Pirate Fest this coming weekend. But we actually have big plans to use our float beyond Gasparilla.
When it's not in the parade, the float will be used throughout the year to deliver new bikes to children in need.
All right, Jeff Patterson with a great report there. Something we've learned. We always learn a little something when these parades come along. And now we're looking at the flags. We can take you down there and show you this is the official start of the parade, because the official flags signify the 2018 Gasparilla Parade of Pirates is underway. And they're carried by the sons of the Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. They're the
And
members, yeah.
Keith, I think that's the closest thing we have to Tampa royalty. Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. And it is such an honor for these boys to carry on what their fathers have started and their fathers' fathers before them. I actually know one of the flag bearers this year. Ashton Buchanan is one of the flag bearers. His dad, Todd, is part of Ye Mystic Crew. And, you know, it's such a hometown thing. All of these crews, there are so many of them, and they're all doing so many good things in terms of service to the community. So you might think it's all fun and games and just the children's parade and this parade, but really the crews are about so much more than that and giving back.
Oh, yeah, and they dress out for it, don't they? I mean, you don't really have a parade without this crew right here.
You're right.
This is what makes it happen. So a salute to these guys, and an arg they go. The beads get tossed, and we are underway. Of course, right behind them, Stacy, we've got the 101st Airborne Division Association Florida Gulf Coast chapter, and this banner here carried by cadets from Anclote High School, Junior ROTC. And you can talk a little bit about the honor guard here, Stacy. Yeah, they're
so the 101st Airborne Division was originally formed during World War II in 1943 as one of the first paratroop units of the U.S. Army. Participated in the invasions of Normandy and Holland, as well as the defense during the Battle of the Bulge. So the Screaming Eagles fought proudly during the Vietnam War and Operation Desert Storm as well, Keith.
And earlier we introduced you to General Ann Dunwoody, and it looks like Josh Benson's caught a ride with the General. You're with a 4-star, Josh.
Yeah, I'm on the ship here with an honorable person right here. First of all, I want to introduce you to this is our community hero. This is General Ann Dunwoody. Good to meet you.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
And look at this jacket first and foremost. Style points go to the General here.
Got it.
Now, General, you are a retired U.S. Army General, first woman in the U.S. military to achieve that 4-star officer rank. That is downright impressive.
Thank you. It's humbling for sure still today.
When I think about that, I think about all the young women around. I have a daughter who's 2 years old, and the trailblazing you've done, the doors you've opened. What does that feel like to be that role model?
Well, you know, I had so many go before me, trailblazers that opened the doors, and men, and so what I'm so proud about is I get pictures from young girls and moms and dads, and they're wearing a 4-star uniform with Dunwoody and U.S. Army, and their parents say, I'm so glad you did that. My daughter can now be anything she wants to be, to include a 4-star.
That is an amazing feat, so congratulations on that. What's it like to be in the parade today?
Oh, this is fabulous. It's absolutely the energy and the synergy and the enthusiasm. I'm down the ball. We're both out the ball.
Thanks for letting me ride on your ship here shortly. Have a good rest of this parade. All right, take care. Thank you.
All right.
Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. That was Josh. Of course, he is down there right in the thick of the action as the parade. You know, Keith, I know one of your favorite parts is the beads, and they're coming shortly.
That's why you see Josh on the run here, because he's got to run down there and talk to our title sponsor. This is going to be the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino floats you're going to be witnessing here. And when they throw beads, they don't mess around. This float is an entertainment-themed float. It has Hard Rock flavor written all over it. Doubles as a mobile stage. And the best part is this is the 8th year for these guys to be involved.
All right, well, let's go check out who Josh has got down there on the Hard Rock Seminole Casino.
Hey, guys, the party is starting to build now. You got quite a float here behind me, but let me introduce you to the Public Relations Manager, Nikki Ballas of Hard Rock Casino. Hey, good to see you.
Hi, good to see you.
Let's walk and talk here next to this beautiful float here. So you guys, obviously a staple of this community, obviously a staple of this parade. A lot going on at the casino this time of year.
Absolutely. This is our 8th year being involved in this parade, and Tampa Bay is on fire, and we're so proud to be here and be involved in this. Tampa Bay's growing, we're growing. It's such a great time for this community.
Tell us a little bit about your float here. This is quite the achievement.
Absolutely. This float doubles as a sound stage, a real stage, and we have 20 of our Seminole Hard Rock girls and 20 of our Seminole Hard Rock guys, our property ambassadors, rocking out and having a great time.
Good-looking group here, too. Amazing. So what kind of things are happening at the casino?
Absolutely. We have a lot going on. We have a lot of events coming up. We have Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair coming. We have a lot of entertainment. Enjoying the entertainment that the city of Tampa is offering.
This has got to be the world's largest guitar. Look at this thing. Take a look at this thing. This is amazing, the detail on this float, guys. This is awesome down here. And I mean, those are some beautiful people up there. I mean, they don't have the eyeliner on, but hey, what can they do? Hey, thanks for talking with us. We really appreciate it. Yes,
how fun are they? Oh, and you got a bead,
hey,
too.
Guys, Castaway Caitlin's swashbuckler Scheimer. Let's send her back up to you.
Barnacle Benson given nicknames. We love it. Hey, they're going to have about 26,000 beads tossed before this parade is over. So this float right here, they deliver.
Keith, I'm thinking back, you and I have been at Channel 8 together now for 18 years. The first year that I was part of this, I was about 6 months pregnant with my son, and you were captured by pirates out on a boat at 5 in the morning.
It was great, but you know what? Someone in this parade that everybody's yelling out is a fan favorite. If you're a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, I call this Thunder Tasket, and Josh Benson's out there with Vinny LeCavier. Josh, talk to us, buddy.
I just looked for the most important people in the room, and I found yet another one here on this float here. This is Vinny LeCavier, a hometown hero. Vinny, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Now, I saw you on one of our stories talking about the history of Gasparilla. You really know your stuff about this.
I know a little bit of that stuff, yeah.
Were you coached on that?
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit, okay. No fake news around here, no fake news. Let's smile for a picture here. Got to take those opportunities. Let's talk a little bit about what it means to be the Grand Marshal of this parade.
It means a lot. I mean, it's a great weekend, obviously, with Gasparilla, and to mix the NHL All-Stars with that, I mean, it's incredible. It's great for the city, Tampa, and everybody. I mean, it was well deserved to get that All-Star game. And to mix up with Gasparilla, doesn't get better than that.
I mean, that is quite the bill for the weekend. Now, you've seen hockey championships, you've held trophies, you've seen a lot of success in your life. So let's look at this year's Lightning team. What do you like about it?
Honestly, it really feels like 2004 we won the Cup. I mean, that whole team is very solid, from goalies, defense, to forwards. I mean, they're just a solid team, and obviously got a lot of confidence. So I hope this year's the year.
I think you could achieve even more success if you got hair like me.
Probably, yes.
But you do have perfect hair, so I'm slightly jealous. But thanks for talking with us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the parade.
Thank you.
Back to you, guys.
Hey, I'm a tad jealous.
A tad? Come on. You're a huge fan of this guy.
You know I'm a huge hockey fan in general. I was up in Calgary when they brought the game back to win the Cup in 2004. And, boy, what a fun weekend. Look, we've got Thunderbug right here.
Yeah, you're looking at the float right now. The Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, following Vinny. They're celebrating their 25th season, and this is a brand new float. And it's stacked hockey pucks on the front. It's got a Zamboni on the back. This is impressive. And riding on the float, you got the Lightning girls, the Bolt Brigade, Thunderbug is up there, as well as some quality members of this Lightning staff.
And, you know, the NHL All-Star game tomorrow at 3:30 on News Channel 8. It will be at Amalie Arena. There's a great fan fest down there. Lots of fun things to do for free if you want to take it in but don't have a ticket to the game. And, of course, we have got to mention our Lightning players who will be playing, including Nikita Kucherov, Andrei Vasilevsky, Braden Point, who is replacing the injured Victor Hedman, and, of course, Steven Stamkos, not to mention Coach Cooper, honored to be the coach of the All-Star team.
Oh, what a great flow. But look at this coming up next. This is the unsinkable crew of Molly Brown. This crew's name honors the Titanic's most famous survivor, Molly Brown. This float depicts the sinking Titanic ship, complete with 4 smokestacks, 2 masts, and lifeboats on each side of the float. An iceberg is on the front, so it's something to see.
It's awesome to think about how much time and work goes into creating these floats and making them stand out each year. Also, by the way, the unsinkable crew of Molly Brown is active with post-9/11 veterans, the Metropolitan Ministries, as well as the USF Foundation for Student Athletes. The unsinkable Molly Brown. There you see their period costumes going by in the parade.
You know, you go back in the history of this, on April 14th, 1912, it was Molly Brown who played a role in saving so many lives. Members wear Edwardian period costumes reminiscent of those seen in the movie Titanic. So, I see you. We're waving at you.
We're waving at all of them. We're hoping to get our first round of beads coming soon.
I don't think they're going to come through. We're well protected from the bead tossing this year.
Hello, guys. Yeah, we're excited. The next one coming up is the crew of Anne Jeffrey. This is the 11th year anniversary of this float. It's a red pirate ship named Florida Blanca. The crew motto is seize the moment, and the objective of this crew is to live life with love, laughter, and to leave behind a legacy of hope for the future by giving back to Tampa Bay.
And they do give back because this crew is focused on fundraising for a lot of charities that support adults with disabilities. And their current charities right now, the Angeles and Special Olympics Florida. This crew is named for the English beauty Anne Jeffrey, who captured the heart of Jose Gaspar. That according to legend. Gaspar seized her ship and tried to hijack her heart. Alas, she swooned for one of his men instead. The pirate Batista, yeah. And as the myth goes, Gaspar spared the couple so they could live happily ever after.
And these crew members wear elegant lady pirate costumes and brightly decorated pirate jackets with black velvet collars and cuffs with white lace accents, black pants, knee-high boots, and of course, the swashbuckler hats.
Great crew. And check out this next crew that's coming up, Stacy. This next one is the Crew of Italia. The Crew of Italia, forming in 2004, serves as the official crew of the historic Italian Club of Tampa, which dates all the way back to 1892, and they're celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the Italian building in 2018.
Down in Ybor City.
Yeah, down in Ybor City. No, yes. Yeah.
I scored my first beads.
You got some beads.
I did indeed. 120 members in this crew. The costumes are Roman in theme, and the float design reminiscent of a Roman temple. The crew president is Gianna Tagliarini Caravella, which I'm going to guess is an Italian name.
Sounds like it. The goal of the club is to perpetuate ethnic pride and awareness of accomplishments of the Italian community and the Italian club. They raise funds for Make-A-Wish for Central and Northern Florida by holding quarterly bocce ball tournaments. They like to have a lot of fun. They award an annual college scholarship to a high school senior that presents the best essay about an Italian-American having a positive effect in America. They sponsor children to attend summer camp. So this Crew of Italia really does a good job for the Bay Area.
And we're going to take a quick break. You are watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates, and we'll be right back.
And welcome back. Welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. Keith Cate along with Stacy Scheibel. And who are we looking at right now, Stacy?
This is the first of 4 iHeartMedia floats, 93.3 FLZ. In fact, on this float, I believe, is my dear friend Katie Summers. She's with us every Friday on First to 4 when we go through the weekend buzz. Boy, she is fun, and she is at every event that you can think of. And iHeartMedia, of course, a big presence. I'm waiting to hear what kind of music they have going on. Keith, I see you're over here grabbing more beads.
Well, you got to collect a few beads along the way. You know, you never know.
You do not ever know. Also from the Kane Show in the morning, they have intern John, Riley, and Rose. Katie Summers is joined by Scotty Davis, Jamie Ferreira, and Brian Fink. So you are looking at the iHeartRadio first of many floats. You see the Kane Show advertised right there on the front.
Yeah, they're talking back to us over here. That's a good-looking float. Hey, baby, I can hear you. We're talking back. It's 93.3. Sending a lot of love.
They are indeed. All right, next up, Keith, is the Royal Crew of Privateers. This float represents the private vessels commissioned as warships to protect America during the American Revolution. That explains the 18th century uniform.
Yeah, founded in 2002 by 11 businessmen of the Tampa Bay area. You have about 68 members, former all-male crew, now welcoming females into this crew. And the crew's mission is important. It's that they are associated with All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg. And they've donated over $60,000 to All Children's over a 6-year period. Crew members visit the hospital the Friday before the parade, so they get the kids in a very good mood. They lift a lot of spirits there. They also volunteer time at the kids' place in Brandon. So the fact that this crew is active and helping children just makes them all the more impressive, and they are making quite the show here today.
I love that. And we've talked hockey. It's time to talk football, because Tampa is the headquarters of so many wonderful sporting events. Year after year in January, we are pleased to have so many people come in and experience Tampa at the Outback Bowl. This float represents the annual New Year's Day college football game that happens at Ray J. Features teams from the Big Ten and the Southeastern Conference. The float, of course, features logos of this past game's teams. That would be the Michigan Wolverines and the South Carolina Gamecocks. And Keith, what a game that was.
Yeah, Gamecocks winning that one. It's 26-19 and a thrilling come-from-behind victory. It happened in the fourth quarter. I know you probably watched that game, but the Outback Bowl really celebrated its 32nd anniversary this year. It has a great history, and Outback Steakhouse, love that Outback. It's been a proud title sponsor for the past 23 years. It's the longest running title sponsor of all of these bowls. So
and we're going to take a
view. Look at the people.
That's gorgeous. It's just 500,000 out here today, Keith. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with much more of the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates.
Got me an Outback Bowl bead. Yeah, that's nice. And welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Parade of Pirate Fest and the Parade of Pirates. Keith Cate along with Stacy Scheibel, and that's the Knights of St. John we're looking at. Of course, I like the truck that's pulling this float stage.
I knew you would.
I can't take my eyes off this thing.
This float is a unique morph of a fire department ladder truck in a medieval castle, and the costumes are vintage turn-of-the-century firefighter uniforms. The crew, by the way, is comprised of Hillsborough firefighters, formed to promote camaraderie and brotherhood in the department and support various charity events.
Yeah, that is too cool. The firefighters are yelling down at us. We love you guys.
We appreciate everything they do.
Well, let's go over to Josh Benson. He's with the crew of Chasco to tell us about this crew. Josh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir. We're with Diane Smith of the crew of Chasco out of Newport Richey. Diane, great to see you.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Newport Richey in the house tonight. So tell us a little bit about this crew.
I'll tell you what, we've been in existence since 1999. We promote Pasco County and the Chasco Fiesta Parade. And this is Tina Reardon.
Hi, Tina.
How you doing?
Are you having a good time?
Great, thanks.
Tell us about the crew.
Good, great.
Very cool. So you guys are ready to make this whole trek through the whole parade. You're ready to go.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, this is a fantastic parade. We've always loved it. And we're so happy to be so far in the front. How awesome is that?
And I like your choice of music. Wish I had a guitar. All right, guys, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
Thank you so much.
Take care. All right, we'll send it right back to you guys.
Hey,
it looks like you need a guitar.
Josh was going to have more fun
rock and
here
roll.
tonight.
You know he was going to have fun. Hey, let's look at the You Missed a Crew of Neptune while we're waiting here. The Pinellas County's oldest crew and the 6th oldest crew in the Tampa Bay area. A social club that was formed in 1980, honoring Neptune, the god of the sea. And this float, aside from all the cannon fire behind it, features Neptune, the Roman god of the sea.
And we have King Neptune Rex 38, that is Todd Maas. And we have the crew captain, Tom Fisher, and many members of the Royal Court. Boy, this is a fun one to come see down. And the beads are starting to pile up here, Keith. They're dropping them right beside us, setting them up.
The costumes here are kind of fun. These are officers, midshipmen, and seamen. They're wearing uniforms modeled after those of the British Navy of the 1800s. Officers are identifiable by their elaborate coats, and each individually designed, and bighorn hats. Seamen wear the blue and the white horizontal striped shirts and the red kerchiefs. This crew has several retired Special Operations members, too. And the crew's charity is the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. That's Ye Mystic Crew of Neptune.
Yes, and we are moving on to Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla, Cecil. This float is known as Cecil because it commemorates Cecil Garcia, the master float builder for Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla for more than 30 years. We'd like to give a happy retirement shout-out to Ye Mystic Crew Office Manager Accountant Melanie Werner. She started with Ye Mystic Crew back in 1998, and this year, she's hanging up her sword. She's going to sit back and enjoy, Keith.
Yeah, but look at all the loot in that float in the meantime. That is a good-looking float right there. Hey, reminder, you're watching, as if you didn't already know, the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates right here on WFLA News Channel 8. Keith Cate and Stacy Scheibel. And Josh Benson and Gail Guardo, we're all here having fun with you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Oh, I think they got me.
All right, we want to welcome you back to our parade coverage here on News Channel 8. I'm Stacy Scheibel, joined with Keith Cate. We are high up above the parade route here on Bayshore Boulevard, and it couldn't be a nicer day. It's beautiful out. A bit breezy, but no rain, and it looks to me like these 500,000 people are certainly enjoying themselves.
Yeah, the crew of Tronando coming up here. This is a two-story castle with 4 stories. This one originated in 1999. Has about 65 members, and they got male and female members in this crew. A diverse background and profession, all of them. The crew adopted the Spanish word used in Cuba that means sticks of fire or lightning. They use this name to honor the history of the city of Tampa and its original immigrants. And the word Tampa, by the way, is an Indian word that also means sticks of fire or lightning.
Which makes sense because we have those lightning fans. They are the Sticks of Fire Club. So it's all coming together. You learn a lot about the history of Tampa while you are doing this parade as well. And now, Keith, we are looking at the 6th Air Mobility Wing of MacDill Air Force Base. This is the USS Stratotanker pirate ship. Walkers and riders represent all areas of military service at MacDill, and they volunteered to represent the base as ambassadors of the city.
Yeah, MacDill is home to the 6th Air Mobility Wing. This wing is organized into 5 unique groups to carry out their mission to be America's premier mobility team, providing world-class refueling, responsive airlift, and air-based support for headquarters, U.S. Central Command, headquarters, U.S. Special Operations Command, and 33 other mission partners. These are the go-to guys and gals. MacDill employs 19,000 personnel, housing the unique KC-135 aircraft Stratotankers capable of rapidly projecting air refueling capabilities to other aircrafts in midair, anywhere in the world, and at any time. I've had the pleasure of being on one of these things in the past, and that is impressive. These Stratotankers.
And now you're about to see here the Second Time Arounders, a marching band based in Tampa Bay. It's actually billed as the largest adult marching band in the world. Members range in age from 18 all the way to 80. This formed 36 years ago by the current band director. The only requirement to be in this band is you had to have been a member of a high school, college, or military band, and you have to have the desire to do it a second time around, and they clearly do.
Yeah, big shout out to Candace. Is that who we're supposed to be yelling? Candace.
She's a friend of the station, and we appreciate her.
And this is the 3rd appearance in the Gasparilla Parade. The band director is Bill Findeson. Is that right? Findeson. He's the founder and former high school band director. The drum major, Lee Butts, president of the University of Georgia Redcoat Marching Band Alumni Association. You have the auxiliary captain, Kathy Kirsten, president of the Florida High School Marching Band Championships. And we're talking 400 members strong.
And I think we're only about 20 in here, Keith.
Of this group. What's their music? They're going with Sunshine Melody. That's what they're going with, arranged by music educator and nationally published composer Rob Romaine.
And how fun for these guys. 400 strong. They get together. They work out their routines. And why don't we just take a second and listen to their talents.
There's your Sunshine Melody. That's what I'm talking about, Stacy. It's a throwback. If they were this good the first time around, and they're doing it this time around, imagine. They can just keep it going. They sound great.
They do sound awesome. It's getting loud right here in our neck of the woods. I like how it's always a competition to see who's got the best beads. I know you like to brag, and you kind of keep your favorites around your desk after the parade.
I got several here. They good-looking beads, but I'm telling you, I love the marching band.
The Second Time Arounders. Coming up next, right after these guys, we have the University of South Florida coming up next.
Go Bulls.
And you will see USF President Judy Genschaft coming up next. She's, of course, in Bulls green.
Of course she is.
This is USF football student athletes, USF women's soccer student athletes. There you see President Genshaft. She's had a great tenure at the university. So much has changed. Keith, I know your wife works up there, and that place has grown a lot.
Yeah, my wife Paula teaches at University of South Florida. Jen Lee, a graduate of USF. I mean, this is a school that has been impressive, and the future looks so bright. Of course, Rocky the Bull mascot is out there. And when you talk about their football team, how impressive this year. I mean, they finished the 2017 season 10-2, a 21-4 record over the last 2 years. They won the Birmingham Bowl over Texas Tech, and they finished 21st in the country. And just good things are happening at USF.
You know, in 2016, it was named the first emerging preeminent state research university in Florida. That's a distinction that comes with $5 million in new funding. USF system set a new record for research with $475 million in grants and contracts. Boy, the USF Bulls, just fun to watch, full of energy, and all of their teams really growing and getting better year after year.
Check out the horns. That's the Herd of Thunder Band. Have you been to a couple of basketball games? I mean, you go to football games, you hear these guys, but this is a talented group of musicians here.
All right, you know what? We have a big honor coming next for Josh, because there's a tradition at Gasparilla involving the mayor of Tampa. Have you been part of this before?
I have never been a part, but I'm hoping with that hair, Josh Benson takes part.
Yeah, they didn't notify me about that till just before the parade started. But I am with His Highness, the mayor. Mayor, good to see you.
It's good to be here. It's another great Gasparilla.
You get bigger beads each time I see you.
I do. Well, it takes big beads to do this job.
I love it. That is our mayor. Thank you, by the way. Eight Gasparilla parades you've been a part of. You keep this strong. This is a big logistical job. How do you do it?
You know, it's largely because of the men and women that work for the city of Tampa, our cops, our firefighters, the guys that pick up the trash. They're the ones that make this happen. And obviously, it wouldn't happen without the crew of Gasparilla.
And it's been a heck of a year. We've seen a lot of stuff, but this is a great way to celebrate.
It is Tampa on the world stage. It's the Stanley Cup meets Jose Gaspar, and it's going to be another great weekend.
Now, I'm not the prettiest pirate in the past season. I may not look as good as all those sweet little ladies, but hey, history has to continue to repeat itself.
Yeah,
do it. I love you.
Beautiful. I miss you, Bob. Where are you? I'll come next year.
Bob Buckhorn.
He has such soft skin. Soft and supple skin. Guys, we're going to send it back up to you.
I always love, too, Keith, when I see the doctor who delivered both of my children, Jim Von Throm, walks by in full pirate garb. He had to take off his hat to let me know he was down there. It's always funny how many people partake in this that you don't even realize are pirates, because in the real world, you know,
You're
they're doing something different.
I want to look at Colonel April Vogel. This is the commander of the 6th Air Mobility Wing, MacDill Air Force Base. That's who's throwing out the beads right behind them. Mayor Bob Buckhorn there. The colonel assumed command of the 6th Air Mobility Wing from Colonel Daniel Tully during a change of command ceremony on July 8th, 2016 at MacDill. Vogel, previously a member of the Air National Guard, and as the first guardsman to command the 6th Wing. She comes to MacDill from Maryland, where she served as the vice commander of the 175th Wing, Warfield Air National Guard Base in Maryland. So thank you for her participation today.
Next up, we have State Senator Dana Young. She represents District 18. That encompasses Western Hillsborough County. She is a Republican elected to the Senate in 2016. Served as a state representative from 2010 until 2016.
Of course, that's State Senator Dale Roussan behind the Democratic member of the Florida Senate, represents District 19. That includes parts of Pinellas and Hillsborough counties. Yeah, he's elected to the Senate in 2016, Darrell was, previously serving as a state rep from 2008 to 2016.
And behind Mr. Roussan, we have State Representative Sean Shaw. He's a Democratic.
Oh, there's Sean. He's walking. I was like checking him out. I was like, I didn't look like Sean in that car. There he is. He's walking beside the car.
Yeah, he's a Democrat representing District 61, which covered Ybor City, Tampa Heights, Seminole Heights, East Tampa. Sean Shaw was elected in 2016.
Oh, there he is. So I'm a little behind on my viewing here. There he is up in the car now. They throw on the beads.
Okay, next up is State Representative Jackie Toledo, a Republican representing District 60. That covers South Tampa, Dana Shores, Davis Islands, Harbor Island, Palmetto Beach, Palm River. It goes on and on. Everything pretty much parts of Ruskin west of US 41. She was
USF
elected
grad, too.
in 2016. Dana Youngham, USF grad.
Another USF grad, civil
Jackie
engineer.
Toledo.
Jackie Toledo. Yeah, and Yvonne Yoli-Capon is here, Tampa City Council Chairman, representing District 3, elected to the City Council back in 2011 and re-elected in 2015 and chairman since April of 2017.
All right, next we have
Sandy Merman coming up here.
Yep, I see her. Hillsborough County Commission Chair Sandy Merman, elected as a county commissioner back in 2010, representing District 1, and re-elected in 2012 and again in 2016, and chosen as chairman by her fellow commissioners in 2017 and 2018. I know Sandy Merman well and see her in the community often. She is active in many, many ways.
Oh, yeah. So there's a whole crew of elected politicians, representatives going by and waving to the crowd. You know, these cars as they're driving in look pretty good, too. You got to give a shout out to Furman. See these Furman Mustangs going through here. Those good-looking cars.
Yeah, that's nice that they put all these together. Guess what's coming up next? It is Ye Loyal Crew of Samuel Bellamy. Boy, they are celebrating their 18th anniversary now. This is a crew that's based on the life of real pirate Samuel Bellamy, known as the Prince of Pirates. He was kinder and gentler than other pirates.
Yeah, it's a co-ed crew. Another one here following the philosophy by supporting many Tampa Bay area charities. The Sultana is to float a ghost ship with 2 large skulls that rise out of the water, named after Bellamy's first capture. I like the passion, Stacy.
I do too.
Yeah, this is a good-looking crew here.
Hello.
Sheila Ryan's the founder and captain, co-founder, past captain. You got the Princess of Pirates up there, Mr. Bones up there.
And they're a loud one.
Yeah, he can do his own announcement, I think.
Hey, this one is definitely got kind of a European feel to it. We're looking next at the Crew of Pandora, established in 1999. Of course, based on the myth of Pandora's box. You open the box and release everything except hope, right? 65 active members, all-female crew. The current president, Connie Harper.
19th anniversary for this crew. The crew's motto is making hope a reality. Float design is modeled after the ancient Greek temple Parthenon. Costumes are long, colorful, flowing gowns inspired by the dresses of the goddesses of ancient Greek mythology. And each member adopts a goddess name that describes their personality and their favorite things.
Every single one of these guys seems to be having a ton of fun out here. Doesn't matter. They love this. They look forward to it year after year. So much involved with the Gasparilla Parade.
And the charities that they do when they're not doing this sort of thing. I mean, they've got the kids' place. They've raised over $150,000 in the last 11 years for that cause. So thank you to all of these ladies. The Crew of Pandora.
Now we're moving on to the Crew of Celts, an Irish cottage with Celtic attire coming up next. This crew wears various Celtic costumes, mainly kilts, of course, and sporrans, which is a large pouch, usually a fur, worn by belt in front of a kilt, and Celtic shirts. Joined by a couple of leprechauns.
The leprechauns.
Which makes perfect sense. You see them here, the Crew of Celts.
Yeah, founded in 2008, made up of the public service employees from city of Hillsborough, Tampa, police, firefighters, and education. And the word Celtic, let's just break it down here. C for community, E for employees, L for lending, T for time, and S for service. That's Celts, community, employee, lending, time, and service. Ninth time in this parade, Stacy. And their charities are OurMilitaryKids.org, Kids with Cancer, and the president is Don Castles Jr.
And you know, the Mystic Crew is Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla, and they are out here in force today. We want to check in. Josh Benson has the captain of the crew right now.
That's right. When you are the captain of Ye Mystic Crew, you're a big deal, and that's who we're with now. This is Captain Christopher Likes. Christopher, good to see you today.
It's good to see you today. Have you seen how many people are out here?
Oh, it keeps getting bigger, it feels like.
Record crowd. Got to be a record crowd. They came out to see us take the city from the mayor and welcome the NHL to town.
What a weekend.
And couldn't ask for anything more than this.
The weather's perfect, too. So tell us about what it is of a job to put this together, how many crews are involved. This is a major operation.
There's about 67 crews and over 110 floats out today, and we figure there's about 10,000 participants in the parade.
What do you think of this crew, or the crowds today, the crowd size?
I don't think I've seen them any bigger ever.
Really?
Biggest crowds ever.
How many have you done?
Oh, this is the second one this year and about 23 before that.
So you know the parade route pretty well.
Well, unless they change it. Sometimes they'll throw us a curveball.
You know, we just talked to the mayor. Did he give you any guff when you tried to take this key to the city?
Did you see the mayor, how fast he was running out of here? When he had heard there were 100 pirates in his office, he went the other way.
And you're hot on his heels, so he's got to get going up there. Well, this has been an awesome event so far. It's only going to get better as it goes on, but wow, what a crowd and what a weekend.
Beautiful weekend in the NHL tonight and tomorrow night. Parade today, awesome. Fantastic for Tampa.
Well, thanks for talking with us. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
You bet. Great weekend.
All right. Hey, take care. Thanks again. Guys, we'll send it right back up to you.
Now, you fit right in there, Josh. I mean, you looked the part.
I love
You're
it.
ready to play with you, Mr. Crew here.
Nice car,
And guess
nice
what's,
spot.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong down there, Josh. And guess what's coming next? It's the Mr. Crew of Gasparilla Royal Court. This is the crew that started it all. And the Royal Float with thrones, starting with King J. Rex Barrier. Then the Queen, Laura Elizabeth Strasky, and many maids and courtiers and ladies-in-waiting, all part of the Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. That's C. Vance Smith that just went by.
Of course, the Mystic Crew of Gasparilla sponsors, as we've said again, and presents this parade every year for the citizens of the Bay Area. So without them, we wouldn't be having this kind of fun on a Saturday in Tampa Bay.
And there's
your court.
The Royal Court.
Yeah.
You see the crown on the back there.
Gonna run through some of these.
Mr. Ferrier is looking very comfortable there as the king.
Oh, yeah, he is hanging in there. Michelle Elizabeth Dickinson up there, Sarah Nicole Kimbrough, Margaret Valentine Martin, Allison Ann Snyder, escorted by courtiers, Gaines Calvin Hayes, John Cahill Timmel, John J. Talmy, James Cameron, Von Thron, and the ladies-in-waiting, Claire Mitchell Andrews, Victoria Lynn Litsky, and Rachel Roussel. So, there you go.
Hello, Jay.
Nicely done.
All right. Coming up next, we have the Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. This is the Skull and Treasure float. It was built in 2016. It was crafted for 2 years by 3 in-house artists and engineers, together with a host of finishing airbrush artists. It's quite a feat. It holds 75 pirates from the Mystic Crew, and it features, as you can see, an open-mouthed pirate skull with a waterfall pouring into a pirate's lagoon.
Oh, that is cool.
Look at the smoke blasting from the skull. Each side has detailed parchment maps showing the way to the hidden treasure. I think that's one they're fighting to get on, too.
Oh, man, that is so cool. And in the center, you got a pirate rotating on a priceless bed of gold and jewels. In one hand, he holds the X that marks the spot where he found the treasure. In the other hand, it's a pistol to ward off any unwelcome souls after his treasure.
I wouldn't want to mess with some of these pirates.
They look the part. They are the part. The flip side shows a skeleton mysteriously chained to the grotto wall. Whoa!
Yeah, that is one cool float. If we got a vote, I think that one would be right up there. There
Look at that. There's the waterfall. I love that.
Okay, moving on. We are now at the Thieves of San Lorenzo. The Thieves of San Lorenzo coming up next. There's a couple of floats involved with this. A tropical chick fort complete with grottos, waterfalls, and sand dunes. Float number 2 behind it depicts legendary volcano from the Isle of San Lorenzo. It serves as the light source to guide the settlers home from sea. The symbolic meaning representing the 4 elements, which of course are earth, water, wind, and fire. That's an all-female crew right there on the first one, Linda Cannon.
The guy says they want to make some noise.
They are.
I think they're making it. They got a motto, "We'll still your heart," and that's what they're doing as they stand up there waving at the folks and throwing out the beads. This crew's name comes from a story about the settlement of Fort San Lorenzo in the Caribbean in the early 1600s. While the men were away at war, the women were victimized by pirates, but these strong-willed women dedicated to, that decided to steal back what was theirs, thus stealing the hearts of the community.
And they are making some noise today. trying to get beads to us. We always appreciate that. Float number 2, again, is depicting the legendary volcano from the Isle of San Lorenzo. You can see that now. You've got a close-up of the volcano right there. It serves, again, as the light source to guide the settlers home from sea. The symbolic meaning of the 4 elements, earth, water, wind, and fire. This is a big crew, the Thieves of San Lorenzo.
That's like a bigger version of what you did when you were in elementary school. You made the volcano. Well, this is a volcano for a parade.
All right, up next we have Buccaneer beads. You will see some beads on this float. It's coming straight at us. This is celebrating its 12th anniversary. The Buccaneer Beads is a novelty store specializing in, yes, all things pirate. The float is a pirate ship with beads floating in the water. The Buccaneer Beads store was established back in 2006 as a family-owned and operated store by a mother-daughter team. It's not a crew, but it's a group made up of family, friends, and customers. And of course, when you're dedicated to all things pirate, you get your own float in the Gasparilla Parade. The men are wearing modern pirate jackets and pants. The women wearing black and white skull corsets and fedora hats. Their charity is Shriners Hospitals and the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They've hooked beads on the side of our...
They're hooking it. They're hooking it. I think we're going to go down to Josh because we got a crew coming up here. Is this time for the Rough Riders? Are they nearing us anywhere close? Oh, my.
He's working on it. There is a little bit of a stretch between some of the floats down here, but Josh is working his way down there in his pirate garb. What'd you call him?
We're making what a Barnacle Benson. I think I went with. Yeah,
yes.
He was. What did he call us? He gave us nicknames earlier,
I
so
know. We'll
it's
have to
trading
ask
it.
when he gets back. But he's down there chasing down the Rough Riders. One of our very own News Channel 8 employees, Jeff Patterson, one of our longtime reporters at Channel 8, is a very proud Rough Rider. They do a lot with the teddy bear drive.
And
I guess we're going to take a quick break.
Well, no, now they say they've apparently caught up with him, so let's go to Josh and Jeff Patterson.
Yeah, you know, he's easy to pick out of a crowd. You just look around, and there he is. He just kind of sneaks up on you.
Our look on you, by the way, John.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We sit next to each other at work, so we try to outdo each other with our outfits. Hey, good to see you.
It's good to see you guys, and I just want to say on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel John Warner, who is the Rough Rider president this year, leading about 500 of our good friends who are Rough Riders, we want to really sincerely thank the viewers of News Channel 8 because this year was one of our best collection ever for teddy bears. And thanks to Steve Jervy and the entire Storm team for making that happen because it really allows us to give teddy bears to children who are in hospitals, to wounded warriors, to people who are suffering from cancer, to senior citizens all year round. This year in particular was one of our best years for collection.
Isn't it amazing what one teddy bear can do to somebody who just needs one?
You know, we always say a teddy bear can bring a smile to a person who really needs it at a time they really need it. And I've seen it time and time again, and really without News Channel 8, Steve Jervy, the entire Storm team, it wouldn't be possible.
And you've been doing this a long time. What do you think of this crowd this year?
I think today is beyond comparison. We've got the NHL All-Star game in town. We are putting on a show for the entire nation, perhaps the entire North American continent to see, and we're very proud of what Tampa is able to do and put on a show and a parade and a party like this. It's a great thing to be a part of.
Putting Tampa on the map again and again, guys. We're going to send it back to you. Actually, no, we're going to take a quick break. So thanks to Jeff and the Rough Riders, and stay close. A lot more of the parade from Gasparilla coming up after the break.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates.
Yeah, we're still looking at the Rough Riders here. We can talk a little bit about these guys. I mean, Jeff did a great job expressing all of the work they do, but we can talk a little bit about the Jeeps here that you've seen in the parade as the Rough Riders go by. Honor the memory of President Theodore Roosevelt's son who fought World War II and was involved in the Normandy invasion, landing on Utah Beach during D-Day. And this color, this train color you see here represents the train that Teddy and his Rough Riders rode from Tampa Bay Hotel, now University of Tampa, to the port of Tampa to board ships bound.
Look what I got, Keith. Keith is going to be jealous. Can you guys take a shot of it?
Back this way.
That's what I call beads.
I mean, you know what? Mayor, you want that back? Wait, we got to stand and put this on.
It's for both of us.
There we go. There we go. Photo of Rough Riders.
Thanks, guys.
And Todd Sullivan, our director, of course, is down there. And Todd,
this is awesome.
There's a good shot. They can grab a Todd down there. He's also a member of the Rough Riders. A great crew, doing so much for our community. We'll have to put that one in a vault somewhere. It's got so much value, I think. That's a $400 set of beads.
We're in the perfect seat for this, aren't we?
Oh, you can. Of course, there's replica, the old streetcar line coming through there. That's kind of fun.
All right, we are coming up now to Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. The float is called Skeleton Cove. Can you see it? We're just wrapping up with the Rough Riders.
Still looking at the Rough Riders. Still looking at that trolley. Kind of peering in. Some of the guys riding inside. They're smart.
Sebastian. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a shot of the crowd. We have a mere 500,000 people out here. Not that they could count. That's their best estimate.
I think everybody's right. This may be. I mean, we saw Eagle 8 HG, that wide shot a moment ago with the crowd, but you got to think that this could very well be the largest Gasparilla crowd we've had in quite some time.
And we need to brace ourselves because we've got a loud one coming. This is full of cannons.
This is Skeleton Cove, boys. Yes. They don't mess around.
This float was redone back in 2012. It was designed and rebuilt by the Rivers family. And every couple years, they redo one of these floats. This is the cannon float, otherwise known as the loudest float in the parade.
Oh, my goodness. That's a throwback of being on the ship right there, Stacy. It was nonstop cannon fire. It's the cannon float. You got smog. I say smog, but it's smoke and fog, kind of a combo coming out of the skulls as it goes by. This thing is loaded with more pirates from Jose Gaspar's crew straight off the ship. If they're chasing down the mayor better hightail it, because these guys, they're coming loaded.
Yeah, that is Skeleton Cove, part of Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla.
Oh, my goodness.
That is a loud float right there. Lots of waving pirates up top. Hi, guys. Good to see you. Happy Gasparilla.
They're smart with. They got weaponry. They got cannons. They got beads.
All right.
We surrender.
I surrendered a while ago. All right, coming up next, we're going to move those guys along. We have the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital. This is only their second year in the parade. It's a patriotic-themed float in red, white, and blue. Riding on it, hospital director Joe Battle. Juliana Bohr, she is the director of the St. Petersburg Regional Veterans Administration Office. There's also clinical staff and veterans aboard the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital float. Of course, that hospital is located in Tampa. It employs almost 5,000 people and serves more than 200,000 veterans in 4 counties in the Tampa Bay area. It is a pretty amazing place, the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital.
Yeah, it's only home to one of only 5 polytrauma traumatic brain injury rehab programs in the VA. I've been over there and I've talked to some of the people who've been in that hospital, and they do tremendous work treating some of the most severely wounded active duty service members and veterans. So hats off to the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital and the work they're doing. Second year in this parade.
If you haven't seen this before, this is their mobile medical unit from the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital. It's HERO, the Health Emergency Response Operations Multi-Use Vehicle, weighs 33,000 pounds. It can be used as a mobile command post or for patient transport during emergency operations. It's outfitted with satellite radio and the ability to communicate on the radio frequency of any VA hospital in the country. This is not something you will see often. It is one of only 12 MVUs that can be deployed to support emergency operations. The most recent successful mission to assist Key West following Hurricane Irma. So thanks to James A. Haley and that giant mobile medical unit.
And coming up, walking here with the Crew of Valor. This is the active ROTC military personnel representing the 4 branches of the military from the University of South Florida. You have 10 members here for each branch in formation. Also 20-plus members of post 9/11 veterans of Tampa Bay walking, and you have 4 flag bearers. We've got Josh Benson down there getting ready to talk to them about this. Camouflage and packs in the costumes. You got shirts with the emblem of the Crew of Valor. And in front and behind of this formation, you have two high-profile military vehicles.
Again, something you don't see often.
No, it's a light to medium tactical vehicle as well as a Humvee. And you see that thing coming, that'll get your attention. Non-profit organization stations in the Tampa Bay area. The goal is to give back to those who serve through community engagement. I guess Josh now with someone who can tell us a little bit more about it. Josh.
That's right. We're with the president and the co-founder, John Robinson, of this wonderful organization. John, thanks for talking with us. How are you doing so far?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Thank you for having us out here. This is our second year doing it. We're a local organization representing the veteran population of Tampa Bay. We couldn't be happier to be out here celebrating Gasparilla, the 100-year tradition. Thank you guys for having us out here. Anything that we can do, please let us know. Obviously, it's great to be here.
And it's great what you guys do, obviously honoring, taking care of the veterans. That's awesome to see. So bravo, and our hats are off to you guys for doing that.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. All the support that we get from the Tampa Bay community, obviously, it's always welcome. Anything that you guys can do for us, check us out on our website, www.post911veterans.org. You can donate. You can sign up to volunteer. We're always looking for new people in the Tampa Bay community to get involved. Thank you again. We appreciate your time.
All right, John, have a good time.
Thank you.
And we've got much more coming your way on the Parade of Pirates. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
And welcome back. You are watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. Keith Kate along with Stacy Scheibel right here on Bayshore Boulevard. A beautiful day to watch the next float coming along. This is the loyal crew of Grace O'Malley. This is the first all-female pirate crew founded back in 1992. They have more than 300 members, known as Ladies of Grace, celebrating their 26th anniversary, Stacy.
And the crew of Grace O'Malley is actually named for a real historic figure who was the daughter of the head of an ancient Irish clan. She became a powerful and historically documented Irish pirate queen who ruled the seas in the 15th century. That's why their costumes date back to the 15th and 16th century Elizabethan gowns. Known as the Ladies of Grace because of the style of dress, this crew, a big one by the way, represents and supports many different charities each year, chosen by a member who's shown outstanding community service. This year's Angel of Grace is Kim Aguilar, and the charity is Gigi's Playhouse. Members have raised more than $27,000 for that charity. The crew of Grace O'Malley. And again, we've talked about how this is a generational thing, Keith. Usually if your mom or dad is in a crew, kids might join that crew, and the tradition continues. It gets larger and larger. This year, the parade numbers more than 100 units. I think it's about 124 to be exact.
Yeah, a lot of folks and a lot of people out here to watch the parades, the floats, the costumes, and just take in the atmosphere that is Gasparilla. It really is a place where all people can come together and enjoy themselves. And on a beautiful day like today, it's just all that easier to do. And the costumes, I mean, the amount of time it must take for these men and women especially to put these costumes together year in and year out.
Yeah, it's really a good, fun time for a lot of people. They added the children's parade many years after they started this parade for obvious reasons. This one can sometimes be a bit of an adult-themed parade. But right now, we are coming up with the Crew of Venus.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, they're celebrating their 53rd anniversary. This is the first crew to introduce beads in 1985, and the second oldest crew founded in 1965.
We didn't have beads before 1980.
Well, apparently not, according to this. I mean, well, not like this. This float carries the crew members. You've got the King's Guardsman's costume in crimson gold. You have purple and gray Cavalier or Musketeer style. And the women's costumes are purple and gold, 15th century Renaissance style. King Venus, by the way, for the 53rd anniversary is Tom Callahan, and the Queen is Sandy Callahan. You know who the Queen was back in 1988 to 89? Gail Guayardo was the Queen of Crew of Venus.
And this year she's on St. Anne's Revenge, which will be coming up later in the parade. We've heard from Gail along the route today, but I'm assuming then her mother was a member of the Crew of Venus.
A night in ancient Rome is the theme of their float, established with the assistance from the New Orleans Crew of Venus. And the founder is Mrs. Frank Lucille Cochran, and members of the Tampa Women's Club. The heritage is a blend of Gasparilla, Latin influences, a bit of New Orleans, Mardi Gras, and local traditions.
You know what? Actually, Keith, I think I have to jump in because there are actually 3 Grace O'Malley.
There's another Grace O'Malley.
We got ahead of ourselves. We haven't even seen the crew of Venus yet.
Are you kidding me?
No, so you've been enjoying 3 different Grace O'Malley floats. We apologize for that. We got a little bit ahead of ourselves, not realizing Grace O'Malley had the numbers that it does. But you enjoyed 3 Grace O'Malley floats, and now we're coming up on the crew of Venus.
Well, isn't that something?
Here it is. Yeah, I feel like you've already told us about it, but they first started.
I told you so much about them, yeah.
Yes, now they were the first to introduce beads. We were giving that distinction to the
I was thinking Venus. We're just looking at the wrong one.
Forgive us. It happens sometimes at the parade. Again, these guys, the crew of Venus, celebrating their 53rd anniversary. The King, Tom Callahan, the Queen, Sandy Callahan, and again, this is the one where Gail Guayardo was the Queen back in 1988 and 89, and they are celebrating a night in ancient Rome this year.
Yeah, all the crowns and costumes are custom made. We were talking about that just a moment ago, and the crew host a calendar of events. They have the Royal Coronation Ball, the President's Party, the Royal Yacht Invasion, and the King's Guard Christmas Brunch. And their charities, of course, several charities, but the children's homes right there at the top of the list.
Boy, and elaborate costumes for this crew of Venus. We're getting our share of beads. I see my friend Tommy Little right there. He's part of the crew of Venus. Oh, and Todd Brandon. You know, I see these men at our kids' school because all the kids go to school together. So thanks for throwing the beads up here, guys. That's all part of the crew of Venus.
Now, they have several floats in here as well. Multiple trailers. They have a lot of members. Yes, several floats. All beautifully decorated.
I'm just kind of taking in the costumes, and boy, look at all the beads hanging off that float. They have a lot to give out. They still have a ways to go to get down here, almost all the way down. Oh, Keith, you're going to be jealous. We got some good beads here. Thanks, guys. All right, now, oh, look at this one coming up. We have an octopus on the top of this float.
I believe it when I see it this time. Crew of Sea Saviors. Saviors. The steampunk Jules Verne meets the Victorian age of whimsical flying ship powered by sails, steam, and jet engines. Unique Kraken on front of the float was designed and hand-built by the crew.
Boy, and you know, as historic as this is, it's only the 6th year in the parade for the crew of Sea Saviors. The captain, Billy Blacktoes, married Admiral Jennifer Maxwell today before the start of the parade on Kraken. Congrats to those newlyweds. They'll never forget their wedding anniversary. Gasparilla. We are going to take a quick break and be right back with our continuing live exclusive coverage of the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest and the Parade of Pirates. We'll be right back.
And welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. And the crew of Sir Henry Morgan passing us by.
Yes, in 2001, 80 members strong. Wow, they're a loud one. Members are a ferocious crew of scurvy dogs, Buccaneers, Corsairs, Wenches, and the list goes on. Keith.
And we'll stay with them as they go by, paying homage to Sir Henry Morgan. And now we're looking at the crew of Alegria.
Yes, this is the crew of Alegrita. Colorful costumes and a float that reflects the theme of Spanish pirate ladies. Jewel-toned satin blouses with blue sun sleeves, black pants. They're celebrating 32 years of parade participation. Alegria members are professional women and business owners in the Tampa Bay area. They're about 50 members strong. The crew is very active in different events throughout the year. It was established, they established the nonprofit program Kickin' for Kids back in 2007. The president, by the way, Rocky Valdez. That is the crew of Alegria.
We got Josh Benson down there on the street again. We mentioned something about cyclists, and I think he's actually jumped on a float this time. Josh, what have you done?
I'm not on the street anymore, Keith. I'm rising up. We are on the On Bikes float. Look at this thing. It's a work of art. A beautiful program to get some bikes to at-risk kids. Joining me now, yeah, he's busy throwing beads, but we're going to talk to him. The president is with us. This is Drew Weatherford. Drew, good to see you, man.
Hey, man, good to see you, too.
I like this view a lot better than what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, you and I both.
There's my wife, former FSU. She says hello.
How about that?
She thinks you're good looking.
Go Noles.
Go Noles. Hey, tell us about the program.
Yeah, well, we're on bikes, and we provide bikes for at-risk and foster kids during the holiday season. But we decided, actually in partnership with McKibben Hospitality, to come out and create a float, spread the word about all the good work that we're doing, and we're excited to be here.
What a great program, though, and getting great reviews from everybody. Everybody loves that you're a part of this community.
Man, we're just happy to be here. We really are. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for, you know, all the great partners that we have.
All right.
Dex Imaging, McKibben Hospitality, and I could go on and on.
Well, thank you, Drew. We appreciate your time and letting us hang out.
You bet. Thanks for being here.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Josh. And just in time, because we have you Mystic Crew of Gasparilla Happy Pirate coming up. And this is an impressive float, redesigned back in 2010, built in 6 months by the staff of the crew.
Wrapped with 10 years of official Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla artwork adorning the sides of the float. The current design replacing the oldest design each year. 80 pirates are on board this float.
Yeah, great posters along the sides with that history. And Jose was not a happy pirate either, even though we see this float. Perhaps a bloodthirsty, greedy, and adventurous would be more fitting for it. But there's a little actually known about Gasparilla overall. He was an aristocrat by birth, well-educated, and was faithful to friends and those he loved. So we learn a little bit more as we go along. But we've got another one coming up.
This
Barefoot,
is
huh?
Barefoot Wine and Bubbly, Keith. It's only their second year in the parade. It's the official wine sponsor of Gasparilla, which is an important part of the parade. Barefoot beach party theme with images of the Barefoot spritzer cans and bubbly bottles on both sides of the float. Marissa, a.k.a. Mo, is the captain and local brand manager. And she also has her merry crew along. That float is rocking.
It is bouncing up. And a great logo. I mean, look at that thing go. This brand has been a supporter of the LGBTQ community, Tampa nonprofits and organizations for over 25 years. And they've supported over 80 Tampa nonprofits and organizations, including McNeil Air Force Base, Tampa Humane Society, St. Pete Pride, and the Hillsborough County Beach Cleanup. This, again, is the Barefoot Wine and Bubbly Crew, second year in this parade.
Wow, they're having a blast on that. Hello. Yep, we see the Barefoot wine bottles.
Yep, and then we also see the Enchanted Crew of Brigadoon coming up right behind that one, named Best Float in the 2016 Gasparilla Parade, and we can see why. It's still impressive. Tampa's only Scottish crew that was formed back in 2004. The float is Scottish Highlands themed. It features a fire-breathing dragon named Big Jim.
I see it.
Named in honor of a fallen member. Newly updated and renovated float edition back in 2016.
And there are 175 members. They're all in their Celtic kilted costumes, pirate shirts, and black sashes. The president of Ye Enchanted Crew of Brigadoon is Greg Hegland. Greg Hegland. And last year they raised over $15,000 for local Tampa charities, including St. Francis Society, Joshua House, Guardian Angel Dog Rescue, and the U.S. Institute Against Human Trafficking. So we appreciate that support they're putting back into the community.
You know, if they could only get some music on that float.
They might have more fun. I like the dragon.
Let's see, right there.
This thing is so tall it might actually hit our crane as it goes by. Look at the dragon up there.
They're throwing us all kinds of goodies from that float. That was the Enchanted Crew of Brigadoon, and now we're on to the Sirens of the Golden Saber. It is a female-only crew of 50 ladies from the Bay Area, founded back in 2001. The float is a ship that was rescued from a band of scurvy pirates who were lured into their grasp with the promise of rum, song, and good times, Keith.
Oh, yeah. And I think they've continued that here today. Yeah.
Jody Sullivan is the honorary captain, and their motto, by the way, is forged in friendship, bonded in good deeds, and laced with laughter.
Did you already say they're in winch wear? Did you say that?
I think I skipped over that.
You blew right through that because you got the corsets, the skirts, the boots, the sexy yet classy attire of this crew. The Golden Saber.
They're sporting winch wear. Hi, ladies.
All the Sirens.
All right, coming up next, we have the Tampa Bay Rays float. They are, of course, our American League Baseball team, the Tampa Bay Rays. Hello, and the broadcaster for the Rays, former MLB player, and the official Rays mascot is Raymond. We also have DJ Kitty on board, DJ Fresh, and the Rays team wearing Rays gear.
Yeah, pitchers and catchers report to spring training in less than 3 weeks from today. Can you believe that? We're already looking at another baseball season coming up. And then you got opening day, March 29th. That's going to be a home game against the Boston Red Sox. That game is always huge no matter when the Red Sox plays the Rays. But you talk about an opening day. That's going to be something. March 29th. Rays Fan Fest presented by Tampa Bay Times is Saturday, February 10th at Tropicana Field. And let's go over to Josh Benson because he's got somebody else he wants to talk to on Captain Morgan.
This guy looks better than I do. This is the captain, Captain Morgan. Hey, fella. How we doing? Happy Gasparilla. This is a party. You guys are the official rum of Gasparilla. That's a good title.
Got to tell you, it feels so great to be back here once again, 2018. This is absolutely my favorite party of the year.
And the crowd is humongous. Tell us about what's going on with Captain Morgan. You got a cool new product called the Watermelon Smash.
We do. It's our summertime offering. It's a great shot. You can mix with some juices, things like that. But it comes in this awesome watermelon vial that's scratch and sniff. It's unbelievable.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Anything else going on?
You know, tell you what, if you redeemed one of your lift vouchers, we gave $20 lift vouchers away. Like a captain, make sure you go redeem that to get home safely from Gasparilla this year, because we want to see you again next year.
Awesome, Captain. Thanks again, buddy.
Party like a captain.
All right, back to you guys.
I don't think Josh done one off of that. He wants to stay on that.
I don't blame him. Coming up next, yes, we have the crew of the Conquistadors of Tampa Bay, and they named after the first Spanish explorer to land in St. Petersburg at John's Pass back in 1528. They were the conquistadors of the 14th and 15th century. The crew was founded in 2003, and there are members from Pinellas, Hillsborough, and Pasco County. The float is a double-decker. It's named T.O. Jax after the uncle of the founding member. And it appears they're enjoying themselves on this one, too.
You notice the tow truck up front is wrapped with a picture of who the crew is named after. So it's a beautiful float with a lot of activity on it. And we've got the Bonnie Red crew, the Reed crew coming up.
They are the Pirate Queens, and this float is a replica of the Vanity. The ship sailed by Annie Bonnie, Mary Reed, and Calico Jack. The costumes reflect how Mary and Annie had to disguise themselves as male pirates. They also had plumed hats, colorful capes, vests, and sashes. By the way, this is the Bonnie Reed Crew's 24th year in the parade. It is an all-women social organization founded in 1994.
They're doing a good job tossing those beads. But we've got 13 Ugly Men Foundation coming up.
Keith, I actually think we have more than 13.
We got more than 13. We got well, look how tall this float is, though, as they come up here. These guys do so much good work. This is a 2-story black float. It's black and white themed, obviously, because that's what it is. That's a good toss. That was impressive. 31 members here. The foundation hosts 5 events annually, and they've donated over $500,000 to local charities. And these include charities that benefit children's issues, women's issues, crisis intervention, law enforcement, as well as the military. The 13 Ugly Men first appeared in the Tampa area in the 1990s as a group of 13 founding members who hosted fantastic parties and wanted to improve our community by giving back, and they've been giving back ever since. They've been honored with numerous awards throughout the years, including the Champions for Children Award, presented by Voices for Children, the Business Partner of the Year Award back in 2012, and presented by the Tampa Police Department and the Tampa Bay Lightning Community Hero Honor in 2015. So there go the 13 Ugly Men
And you know what,
Foundation.
Keith? I know a few of the ladies on the crew of Queen Anne's Revenge. That's what you're looking at here. They have a French Caribbean theme with a tropical flair. One of my good friends, Danielle, is aboard that float. Danielle Sicarillo. This is a lighthouse with dolphins. Do you see the theme there? 2 large macaws, excuse me. Jungle-themed float with trees. They have 3 floats. This is no small crew, the crew of Queen's Anne Revenge. 173 members. Little history here. It was off the island of Martinique that Blackbeard, the pirate, captured a French cargo ship, a vessel he kept as his flagship, and renamed the Queen's Anne Revenge. And Blackbeard promised to spare the lives of those who pledged allegiance to him and helped search for his treasure. They became known as the Annie.
Oh, love that float. But we're going to have to take a break, get a little commercial break in. We'll come back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. Keith Cate along with Stacy Scheibel and the whole crew here at WFLA News Channel 8. We'll be right back with all your friends waving for beads right after this.
All right, welcome back to our coverage. It is live, and we are in the thick of it. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest and the Parade of Pirates. I'm Stacy Scheibel, joined with Keith Cate. We are here just guiding you through the parade, and we are back with the mystic crew of Gasparilla and the famous Jose Gaspar. The crew's pirate ship is named for this famous pirate.
Yeah, the Jose Gaspar, a legendary figure who terrorized West Florida waters during the late 18th and early 19th century.
Ooh, good beats.
He was a lieutenant in the Royal Spanish Navy for 5 years before he led a mutiny aboard a Spanish sloop of war and turned pirate. He ravaged Florida's waters for 12 years until 1821 when the U.S. Navy warship, the USS Enterprise, burned his ship to the water's edge. Legend says that he would not allow himself to be captured and that he seized a heavy chain, wrapped it around his waist and neck, and leaped into the water, brandishing his sword in defiance. Jose Gaspar.
And now we have the crew of Mambi. The crew is committed to the heritage, restoration, and revival of the historic Cuban Club in Ybor City. This is a new float for them, a new one this year called the El Machete. It's a fortress representing the Bridge of Amistad, which means friendship. It's decorated with a lighthouse, cannon, banners, and flags. This crew was founded in 1998. It commemorates the courage and patriotism of the peasant rebels who fought for the Cuban independence from Spain back in the 19th century. This crew of Mambi is 100 members strong, and they're having a blast. She's dancing right there on the front.
Yeah, Jerry Ransford is the general on this float. The costume, replica soldier uniforms worn by Cuban and Tampa freedom fighters of the late 1800s. This is the crew of Mambi. And the music is outstanding.
Representing a sequel of the Dubra, the Cuban Club in Ybor City. What's going on, Channel 8?
Hello.
We love you guys. Thank you.
We love the shout-outs we get up here. You know, this is the best way to see the parade, Keith. We get to see each and everything up close. We're pretty spoiled.
I don't know, the only seat better than this one is in your living room right now with your feet up, enjoying it over home.
It's fun. Sometimes I forget I'm on TV because I'm busy interacting over here.
Yeah, you got a great view there. This is the crew of Castaways coming up. This is celebrating their 10th anniversary. A cracked ship with castaways on a desert island is the theme. You have costumes of tattered shipmates' clothing. The ladies, tattered skirts and skirts with corsets, of course. And the men have the tattered shirts and the vests. It's only fitting. This is the crew of Castaways. This crew was started to provide a forum for its members to socialize, network, promote their own businesses, and have a little fun while they're doing it.
I think they're absolutely having fun. And after 6 years of initial support from Steps Towing, the crew members voted to become an independent crew, and they changed the name to the Crew of Castaways back in 2014, and I do love their choice of music. They're having a great time up there. Next, we have the crew of 7 Celtic nations. This is a combination of Celtic and Renaissance float displays. The flags of the 7 nations, the 7 Celtic nations are, if you don't know, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, the Isle of Man, Cornwall, Brittany, and Galicia. Renamed the Bad Cheryl in honor of a founding member, Cheryl Skelton, who recently passed away. The motto of the crew of 7 Celtic nations is many nations, one soul, and they like their music.
They turn it up a notch. Hello.
They know how to have fun, these folks.
There's a great costumes they've got going on that float here, too. But here come the Buffalo Soldiers, and this is always a popular crew. This is of note here, Woods and Wonton chapter of the 9th and 10th Horse Cavalry Association. The Tampa chapter is named after Congressional Medal of Honor recipient Sergeant Brent Woods, Troop B, 9th Cavalry, Indian Wars, and Private George W. Wonton Troop M 10th Cavalry, Spanish-American War, and one of only 40 chapters nationwide, and is the first chapter in Florida. These regiments were 2 of the 4 African-American units formed after the Civil War. They became known as Buffalo Soldiers due to their exploits in the American West.
You hear it, the Buffalo Soldiers right there.
On the trail of the Buffalo Soldier.
And coming up next is F Troop Tampa. That's what you're looking at now. This is their 14th year in the parade. This crew theme is based on the TV sitcom called F Troop, which you might recall. It aired in the 60s.
Great show.
Yeah, what a great idea for a crew and a float theme. They were founded in 2004, and the float was actually built by F Troop members and friends. It's a replica of Fort Courage from the 60s TV sitcom. The tow vehicle is a retired 2.5-ton military Deuce and a half Kaiser truck. This year's chairs, founder and past president Ron R.K. and president Ron Brightman. Again, this is F Troop Tampa, and I'm guessing they know how to have fun, Keith.
Oh, that's the whole idea. I mean, when you got 75 guys, again, this is kind of an all-male crew. But these members support the Shriners Hospitals, James Haley VA Hospital, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tampa. I mean, this crew is dedicated to having fun while they improve and enrich the community and the lives of those within the organization. And if Devil went down to Georgia, I think is what we got pumping in on this float. Yeah. Charlotte Daniels. Yeah. Devil went down to Georgia. Yeah.
You're pretty good, old son, but sit down in that chair right there. Let me
tell you how it's done.
I like it.
There they go.
Coming up next, we have the Voodoo Crew. This is only their 2nd year in the parade. They were founded by Chef Eric Youngs, formed to provide a forum to socialize, interact, network, mentor, and really provide charitable services and hunger relief through fundraising and volunteerism. This is all members of the food community, hence why it was founded by Chef Eric Young. The Voodoo Crew members have been locked in a gastronomic trance, and they're forced to wander the earth forever. The zombie chefs and Day of the Dead women, that's what the costumes are. They're hand-sewn and newly designed. And boy, do they have a good cause, and that is food support in our community. So we appreciate them. That is the Voodoo Crew.
Man, the voodoo they do. They got a live band going on that cruise.
And coming up next, next, we have the crew of DeSoto. This is the Hernando DeSoto Historical Society. They make their way up from Bradenton to participate in the parade every year. The float is named San Cristobal 3. It's a replica of a caravel, which is a sailing craft like the one that brought Hernando DeSoto and his conquistadors to what is now known as Manatee County. One of the sails carries the DeSoto family crest. Hernando received the title of Golden Eagle when presented with the title of Knight of the Order of Santiago. Of course, that is Spain's highest honor, Keith.
Well, 2018, the DeSoto Seafood Fest is April 6th and 7th. If we're talking about crew of DeSoto here, just kind of throw a little note out there.
And I see Josh, he is straight ahead here. He is on the crew of the Black Pearl. Josh, take it away.
Hey guys, we got rum cakes here, all compliments of John and Gay. Wait a minute, before that, you guys got married today?
Hey, yes, today, on the state level.
I'm the Black Pearl.
Now that is dedication, ladies and gentlemen. Tell us why you did that.
We met 1 year ago, and when we met, she said we make good pirates. She was already involved in Black Pearl, and here we are, started dating, and a year later, here we are married.
Tying the knot on the Black Pearl, the best float on the block.
And congratulations. Tell us quickly about the Black Pearl.
I'm sorry?
Tell us about the Black Pearl.
Okay, the Black Pearl, we are a 501c3, not-for-profit organization. We do a lot of charity work. We work with Hillsborough County foster children in conjunction with Greater Tampa Showmen's Association.
Well, congratulations to both of you guys. We love being on your float. Thank you again.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Now, I kept this rum cake. I told the girl I would have some rum cake for you.
All right, I'll bring that back, guys. They got rum cake for you back to you.
I want a piece of that, Josh. Don't you leave that behind. Hey, real quick look at Tico Energy here before we go to commercial break. This float was decorated as a pirate ship, green colored. I love it. Manatee Viewing Center's Molly the Manatee and her calves are leading the way for the pirate ship. How cool is that? Of course, everybody loves to see the manatees down there, Tico.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, Keith. We'll be back with more live Gasparilla Parade of Pirate coverage right after this. Keep it here.
Welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest and the Parade of Pirates right here on WFLA News Channel 8. Keith Cade along with Stacy Scheibel. All of your friends here at News Channel 8 bringing this beautifully orchestrated parade to you. We are looking right now at the next float, and that's Steps Tow Unit, I think, coming. They have all of these impressive vehicles providing the towing services for the parade. I don't know if you've noticed that, Stacy. So many of these floats are being pulled along by these cool-looking vehicles, and Steps Towing is a family-owned business and has been serving West Central Florida for over 50 years, and they've done a good job pulling a lot of these floats around.
This has to be one of their busiest days of the year.
Oh,
you know, it's so fun to see all these pirates and wenches having so much fun out here. Everybody wants to stop by the Channel 8 booth. This is a long tradition for us. We have been doing this parade live on News Channel 8 since 1955, which, by the way, on Valentine's Day, in 1955, that is when News Channel 8 signed on the air for the very first time, and it is also when we broadcast the Gasparilla Parade, and we have not missed a year since. Keith and I have been here for 18 years, but the tradition goes on much longer than that. We're very excited to be here this year and bringing you all of our live coverage.
That is a Peterbilt truck right there.
Keith is a car guy, so I'll leave that to you.
He's laying it on that horn.
I can hear it.
He's letting you know he's coming. And look, and you know, they're still towing floats, but let's pick up the next one. This notorious crew of the Peg Leg Pirate.
Now that's a float. Check it out. Founded in 2004 after one of the founders was actually struck by a truck and lost a leg. 65 members from all over the Bay Area wearing red shirts, black pants. And their mission is a mighty crew with a cause, and that is to help amputees, veterans, and children with Shriners Hospital. So this is a fun crew with a very serious mission, again founded after one of the members was struck by a truck and lost a leg. So their charities, Tampa Bay Prosthetics, the Foot Foundation, and Shriners Hospital for Children.
You're looking now at the crew of the Knights of Santiago. This carries the 2018 Royal Court and the crew's king and queen. Ed Banks and Melissa Grace Heinrichs.
This is a castle filled with knights. That is the crew of the Knights of Santiago. It carries new members. The crew was chartered in Tampa in 1972 by a Spanish nobleman, Baron Santiago of Spain. The crew is related to an ancient order of knights founded in Spain in the 12th century, and that's what their costumes resemble, the dress of the late Middle Ages.
Of course, we all know about the crew of Santiago. We're hosting that night parade in Ybor City, and that's coming up on February 10th, so you think you've seen something here. Oh, come back for the night parade.
I have yet to enjoy a night parade myself.
Yeah, you got to go see that.
We are going to actually take a quick break, leave you with this adorable picture of that young little pirate. We're going to take a break and be right back with much more parade action coming up.
Should put on his shirt. The guy.
Over there?
No, where the guy's giving out the beat.
The guy? Oh, I'm sorry.
Welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates, and we're still watching the crew of the Knights of Santiago because they have tons of floats. And when they put on that parade over there in Ybor City, that is something to behold. That night parade. Again, a reminder coming up in February. I think it's the 10th of February. You'll hear all about it as we get closer to that date. But this crew was established to perpetuate and enhance the Hispanic heritage of the Tampa Bay area. I think this crew has about 300 members of businessmen and professionals in Tampa. The motto is, "We are a brotherhood of men."
And here you have...
LaBelle's. Have we come to the LaBelle's?
Queen Kim is right here.
Oh.
The crew of Les Belles Femmes. This is a Paris scene surrounding the float, the 16th anniversary of their participation in the parade. This is a female crew with a male auxiliary, founded in 2002, in celebration of the first parades in Europe that led to Mardi Gras and Gasparilla.
And of course, iHeartMedia, a big part of this parade. Mix 100.7 is coming up on us. Mix 100.7 and GTE Financial.
And I see Jack Harris. He's greeting fans right there. Hey, Jack. Great to see you in the parade. They always have a great crew. iHeartMedia, of course, very big in the Tampa area and across the country. Hey, Jack.
Jack, Cuban and Crackers. There you go. Randy West and Christy Knight riding on this float as well.
Yes, coming up next, though, we have Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla Kraken. This is a float that was actually revamped in 2015. It's appropriately titled because it depicts a mythical sea monster that resembles a giant octopus or squid. You can clearly see that. The float will feature the Kraken as he or she is pulling a pirate ship beneath the ocean waves. The Kraken's tentacles are wrapped around the ship's mast, the ship's wheel, and a pirate chest as the vessel is plunged to her watery grave.
That is a very impressive looking float. I mean, the pirates will be on board the sinking vessel and atop the Kraken's head while they're fighting the angry sea monster and simultaneously throwing the crew's ill-gotten treasure to the throngs who dare to brave the perils of the sea as they watch from along Bayshore Boulevard. Oh, the Kraken, the octopus squid.
That is an impressive float.
That took some work to put that together.
And coming up next, we have the crew of Augustina de Aragon, and Josh is there to tell us a little bit more about this crew. Josh Benson.
Hey, guys, I'm with the president, Sarah Olson. Good to see you, Sarah.
Very nice to be here. Thank you.
Now, you've been doing this a few years. You know the drill, and you guys have been giving back many hours to this community.
Yeah, our motto is to give back, play hard, give hard, do things with a whole full heart. Our crew is founded on basically volunteerism. We make sure that our women volunteer with women's and children's organizations and give back to the crew. So it's giving back to the public and having fun as a crew.
And you guys really got the contingent out here today, I can see.
We do. We have about 260 members in our crew. That's our women and our men. And we always are looking for more crew members, but right now we have about 260 members.
And what's it like to be part of today's crew? Because, I mean, the crowds here are incredible.
The crowds are crazy. I mean, you're a rock star when you're on TV. Everybody wants your beads. And this year is particularly important to us because it's our 20th anniversary. So we've been a part of a crew for 20 years now. And we just love being part of Tampa Bay and being part of this community.
Well, this community appreciates you guys. Thanks so much for what you do.
This is one of our crew beads.
Oh, nice. Nicest one I got today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, guys, thanks again. We're going to send it back to you guys up at the booth. I got some bling, 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 bling.
And this is a giant crew, as you've heard there, Keith. They have several floats in the parade today, and their costumes circa 1800. These are peasant blouses for the women and full skirts. They are, boy, many hundred members strong.
The floats are replicas of the town of Saragossa. The first float represented the city walls fronted by the likeness of Augustina. The Argonne firing the cannon. The side turrets feature the crew logo and the coat of arms of Argonne. Members volunteered for 6,000 hours of service for over 50 nonprofit organizations focusing on women and children.
That's awesome. I like hearing that.
Yeah,
They still have
240 members. That's a lot of folks.
Yeah, they have another float coming our way. This is still part of St. Augustina de Aragon. And as you mentioned, they do so many things in the community, but we also want to mention the founder of this group, Peggy Sherry, and the current president, who you just heard from with Josh, that is Sarah Olson. Their motto, work hard, play hard, give back, and do things full of heart. I like it.
Yeah, she spoke well. She really explained what that crew was all about. And a lot of members doing a lot of good work in our community.
You know, one of the things I like, too, Keith, coming up here after this crew is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We've already seen the Lightning float. We've seen the Rays. Now we have a big contingent of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But we're so fortunate in our community to have 3 professional sports teams who are all so invested in our community, give back in so many different ways. And I know people always like to see these floats from the various sports teams, maybe hoping that they'll spot somebody they recognize. But boy, I really appreciate what all 3 teams do for our community.
Well, I think they're next in line, Stacey. We can talk a little bit about the Bucs. This float is a replica of the 103-foot-long famous pirate ship we all know, docked at Buccaneer Cove and Raymond James Stadium. We almost want to hear that famous, "Fire the cannons! Touchdown, Tampa Bay!"
I like it.
Bucs cheerleaders are up there. You got Captain Fear and the Bucs staff. Of course, they finished the season not what everybody wanted. I mean, it was 5-11, not the best season, but there's always tomorrow. We've got a new season, we've got a strong quarterback, strong team. Going to build on what we did last year and last season and go on stronger this year. You
And I
got to
would say
believe.
they have a strong float, too. But we're going to take a real quick break, and we're going to be back with more live coverage of the Parade of Pirates, Gasparilla 2018, brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock, right after this.
Welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates.
Yes, we are looking at the crew of St. Florian. It's comprised of career firefighters, both active and retired from the Tampa Bay area. St. Florian is regarded in most countries as the patron saint of fire service. And crew members with the float are dressed in turn-of-the-century West Tampa Fire Department uniforms. This one was founded in 1999, so they're celebrating their 19th anniversary. The crew provides money, gifts, and services to injured and underprivileged children, as well as injured and deceased firefighter families. So that's great. Thanks to the crew of St. Florian.
Now, this is a crew that encourages fire safety, too, and promotes the use of the 911 system when in need of emergency and life-threatening assistance. Crew of St. Florian.
And we are on Facebook Live right now. Keith Kate and Stacy Scheibel. We're working our way probably 3/4 of the way through the
we got multiple.
Gasparilla Parade.
We're up here. We're over there. I think we got it covered.
This is really exciting right now. We're looking at the St. Florian, the crew of St. Florian, obviously paying homage to firefighters. We appreciate all they do in our community and love to see that they're giving back in so many ways.
You almost have to let them go by when the music gets that loud. And just, you hear the sights and the sounds as we do. And you're looking right now at the crew of Fort Brooke. This is the 26th anniversary for this crew. Founded in 1992 to honor those who settled the city of Tampa. Fort Brooke named for Colonel Brooke, its first commander. Built in 1824. It was here to settle the area surrounded by what is now Tampa. Andrew Jackson, the military governor of Florida at the time, felt that a military presence was necessary in the region to protect prospective settlers from attack and hostiles. The original fort built at what is now the site of the Tampa Convention Center. When you think about the history of this place, when you see the convention center, go, well, that was the fort back in the day. Fort Brooke. The founders, Dick Kirchin and Todd Bray.
They actually, Keith, have two floats. The first one is the SS Todd Bray, and the second one, the replica of Fort Brooke. And their costumes consistent throughout navy blue and gold cavalry uniforms of the 1800s with black cavalry hats. The Fort Brooke Troopers you're looking at. There's their second float.
Yeah, that's the replica there. Riding as the king and queen. That's Dennis Costa and Stephanie Costa. There you see, you got the crowns on their head. That's how you know. Their costumes, navy blue and gold cavalry uniforms of the 1800s with the black cavalry hats. So there you go, Fort Brooke, 26th anniversary of this crew.
That is a big crew. And coming your way next after the Fort Brooke crew is the mystic crew of Gasparilla, the Gilly Gaspar. The float is named in honor of Robert Gilchrist Trezavant, known as Gilly. He was a member of the original crew back in 1904 and attended the very first ever Gasparilla Ball. Gilly loved Gasparilla. He loved riding the ship during the invasion and being in the parade. He never missed a single function. He was a loyal member of the mystic crew of Gasparilla.
Yeah, he was also 86 when he passed away in the 1980s. So Gilly Gaspar.
That's a nice float. I think they've lost a few pirates on the street on this one. There we are, waving to you. Thank you for watching our coverage today. Keith and I are enjoying this.
Bead cam. That was what you were looking at. Bead cam view.
I like the bead cap. All right, next we have the crew of Zingaro, and they are celebrating their 21st year. There you see them. The float is a purple gypsy wagon named Barney, surrounded by 80 galley-dressed gypsies. The word Zingaro, if you're wondering, means gypsy in Italian, traces its heritage to the days of the Jose Gaspar. And the legend is that the Gaspar entrusted the location of his pirate fortune to the Zingaro, and to this day they refuse to surrender the location of the treasure.
Yeah, you can see him come, that big Z right on the front of the float, the crew of Zingaro.
The charities they support include Paint Your Heart Out Tampa, the Eckerd Youth Alternatives, their very own signature Uncork the Cure annual event that benefits the Children's Cancer Research Group. So they're doing a lot of good in our community thanks to them.
Time now for the crew of Carnival. This is self-sponsored by the International Independent Showmen's Association. These members are in traveling carnival circus business attire. You're talking to themes here being clowns, carnival rides, you have the merry-go-round, the popcorn, cotton candy, yum yum, stuffed animals, and of course children having a lot of fun. And these costumes are embroidered with various colored polo shirts and khaki bottoms. This crew founded in 1965, celebrating over 53 years of service to the community. The crew of Carnival.
And we are going to take a real quick break and be back with more live Gasparilla Parade coverage right here on News Channel 8. Don't go away.
Welcome back. You're watching the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates. Keith Kate, Stacy Scheibel, and your entire crew here at WFLA News Channel 8 welcoming you to this parade of pirates. And we're looking now at the crew of Mustang Sallies and Riders, Stacy.
Yes, this float represents an old Western town. Members wearing Western-themed outfits. This crew was founded in 2005. It is a co-ed crew of professionals founded to provide a forum for networking and socializing. It's one of the smaller crews, about 50 members. Of course, they all like Mustang horses of the West. They're daring, fun-living, fun-loving, and unwilling to ride with the rest of the herd. That's what makes them Mustang Sallies and Riders. The charities they support include Southeastern Guide Dogs, who provide highly trained canines for people who are blind, and also for our veterans. And I love their motto. Their motto is, "This is not our first rodeo."
Mustang Sally.
Clearly.
Great song, too, Mustang Sally. Coming up now, we have the crew of the South Shore Marauders. This is a crew that was founded back in 2002. A new pirate-themed float they have here, Stacy, called the Blue Pearl.
Their motto is one for all and all for one. Laugh, respect one another, and do good deeds. Their king, Mark Hunter, their queen, Robin Engelman. They're a band of fun-loving, civic-minded, and environmentally conscious individuals dedicated to promoting the community by doing good works and having lots of fun. So this is the crew of the South Shore Marauders.
You know, we've been waiting all day to see Gail Guardo on her float, and this is going to be the crew of Blackbeard's Revenge. Now, Josh Benson, our Barnacle Benson, has managed to track Gail down. So, Josh, take it away. It's you, buddy.
Look who I found, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Gail Guardo. Hi, darling.
Hi, how are you guys?
Great. How was today for you?
It was the most amazing time I've had. I've been on Blackbeard's Revenge's float. I've learned how to line dance today. I am throwing out beads. These guys have been so incredibly nice, and it's been amazing to get a vantage point from on board a float.
Yeah, I mean, to be down here is one thing, but to be on that float the whole time and seeing this crowd is huge.
And I get to guest DJ with DJ Flash Gordon. It has been like the multi-purpose day on a float.
And how about this weather? Like you've done this in the past, so you've seen all kinds of varying weather. This is perfect.
Well, last year it was freezing. Now it's a perfect day. And this hair.
Yeah, think about growing it out.
You should do a man bun on News Channel 8.
I think Monday, Tuesday, 4 o'clock news. Let's do
I like that. Have you guys been having fun?
I'll be fired immediately, but it'll work. Well, thanks for stopping by, saying hi.
Yes.
It's past your bedtime probably, isn't it?
Almost. They let me stay up sometimes late on the weekend.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks to Gail for stopping by and saying hi, guys. We'll send it back you up in the bird's nest.
Gail, always a trooper. You know, she's been doing this parade for so long and always does a fine job, whether she's in the booth, on the street, on a float. I mean, she's been everywhere. Always a trooper.
And you know, right now we're looking at the crew of Blackbeard's Revenge. I'm very impressed by this one. Reading ahead, Keith, it's their 8th year in the parade, but they have already raised more than $200,000 for the following charities and causes. Paws for Patriots, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, American Cancer Society, the Shriners Hospitals for Children, Warriors for Autism. Really, this list goes on and on and on. So very impressive. The crew of Blackbeard's Revenge. Not only that, they also allowed Gail to tag along. So we really appreciate that. It sounds like she had a great day.
Yeah, Blackbeard, you know, he's got that reputation, too. The fiercest pirate who ever lived. He went on to captain the flagship he named Queen Anne's Revenge. Using the ship, he and his crew terrorized the coast from Trinidad to Maine. Just love that Blackbeard's float.
Hey, I like this one. This is the crew of Princess Eulalie. It's a Native American-inspired float. They are wearing mock suede costumes. You can see the pink, turquoise, and tan accents. The float features a Native American theme and a large-scale replica of a canoe. This is a good, fun-loving group of ladies. We can see that. Hi, guys. 80-member women's crew on this one.
Melissa Pinkerton. And then we have the U.S. Army recruiting float coming up behind us. This represents the U.S. Army throughout Central Florida. Organization of over 250 enlisted officer and civilian personnel, and it's responsible for the recruitment of young men and women for the Army. Soldiers, of course, dressed in their military uniform, always looking good. New enlistees also will be out out there if you look around walking beside the vehicle. There's your U.S. Army.
And we are going to take a real quick break from our coverage, and we'll be right back with more live Gasparilla Parade Pirate Fest coverage right after this.
And welcome back. We continue now with our Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest Parade of Pirates right here on News Channel 8. We thank you for staying with us today. We've been at this now for a couple hours, Stacy, and the fun is still going.
Yes, we are looking now at the Familia de Gladiators crew. This is their 3rd year in the parade. The Coliseum where the gladiators fought for their lives. That's what you're looking at on this float. They are wearing costumes of rustic gladiators. And their mission is to facilitate healing by empowering those transitioning from destructive environments to take back their lives, learn their worth, and reclaim their freedom, which goes with their motto, with courage comes freedom.
Yeah, that insignia carries several meanings, too. But we're going to go now to our next float. We're going to get a lot of them in here, Stacy. This is the crew of Shamrock, founded in 1999, celebrating 19 years of being the first kilted crew in
It's
Tampa
making me
Bay.
feel lucky, this crew of the Shamrock.
Fun for all and all for fun.
90 members of professional men and women. They come from a long way. They're not just in the Bay Area. They come from as far away as Jacksonville. They're, again, in traditional Celtic and Gaelic attire.
Yeah, the Gaelic attire. They got the plaid kilts, the tartan garb, sashes, berets. This float resembles a 16th century Celtic castle. Their main charity is focusing on children. The biggest fundraising event is its traditional St. Patrick's Day party, of course, held every March. That's your crew of Shamrock. And look at Josh Benson hanging over there. Josh has come up here.
There we go.
He's found his niche.
Give us a wave, Josh.
Up at the bird nest up here. You guys have it nice up here.
Yeah, we do.
You've been doing a great job down there, Josh. You've been terrific.
Everybody's having a blast. The crowd is insane. It's a big crowd this year, so we love it.
And now you're looking at Operation Hope of Tampa Bay. Their theme is Jazz in the Bay, Tampa Bay's very own jazz festival. It's a black and white float with music notes, as you can see, and I'm guessing there's some good music.
Let's listen to some of these guys. Let's listen to this. These guys are good. Operation Hope of Tampa Bay. All right, coming up, we have the crew of the Conch Republic. This is a new crew this year, Stacy, and it's a big float.
Yeah, front of the float is the 90-mile marker to Cuba. The middle of the float is a tiki bar, and the back of the float is a replica of a Key West house. And the Key West casual costumes kind of give that bright, happy feel. This is a co-ed crew made up of 55 members, dedicating to preserving the zealous spirit, ecological environment, and the all-encompassing laid-back vibe of the Florida Keys. We like this. No shirt, shoes.
Problem.
Yeah, apologize later.
They twisted a little bit. How fun is it to have a new crew come into a parade like this? I mean, this Key West theme that they have going here, the southernmost point. I mean, it is a great float. It's brand new. Looks like they've got a little tiki bar inside, which is a lot of action happening down there.
Yeah, maybe we can hitch on the tiki bar when we're done.
I like it. No shoes, no shirts. Apologize later. That's a T-shirt waiting right there.
All right, we're headed to the crew of Ybor right now, founded in 1999 to recognize and perpetuate the cultural diversity of our very own Ybor City. It's a national landmark historic district, and these guys are celebrating their 18th year and proudly representing the many different heritages that are found in Ybor City. It's a smaller crew, about 35 members, but their costumes certainly do reflect the color of Ybor's seal and the vibe.
Yeah, and that's a newly revamped float this year, Stacy. I mean, it looks tremendous. This is depicting a two-story terracotta building, an Ybor City-style lamppost. Yeah, the crew of Ybor. Of course, you got the iHeartMedia 98 Rock crew coming up and Derby Lane float. And look at that truck, Stacey. I can't help it. I can't help it. Look at the vehicle pulling this thing.
That's pretty awesome. We have Crash in the morning, AJ and Keith. It's the big rig. It is indeed. Hi, guys. And yet we have another Mystic Crew of Gasparilla float. This one is called Cave.
Very simple.
And more cannons, too, to come along with it.
You can tell it's a big horn out of that Furman Silverado there, unless that's the upper truck behind it.
That is the Cave.
It looks like a cave, doesn't it? And, of course, the cave comes with cannons. No shortage of cannons.
No, not in this parade. Mystic Crew well represented today with several floats in the parade, of course. They really kind of run things around here. Mystic Crew of Gasparilla.
And right there, you're looking at the Sultans of Egypt Shrine, wearing shrine fez, brightly colored Arabic Sultan costumes with vests and sashes. Their mission here to represent the shrine and promote the Shrine Hospital for Children and the Shrine Temple. A lot of waving going on. It's been a nice walk for these folks out here on the parade route today.
We are getting a little closer to the end of the parade. We're probably, 7/8 of the way through. We've had a great day out here. The weather couldn't have been nicer. It's a little breezy, but just made it very comfortable out here on Bayshore in Tampa. Of course, the All-Star Skills Competition tonight at 7 o'clock at Amalie Arena. I know lots of folks told me they'll be making their way there after here, because tomorrow is the NHL All-Star Game, also at Amalie Arena. That is on our air, News Channel 8 at 3:30 tomorrow. So don't miss the All-Star Game. It is a big weekend to be a member of the News Channel 8 team. We are thrilled to bring you this coverage as we do year after year. And we want to thank everybody for joining us.
Well, we're going to get that last float in. Oh no, we're going to end it right here. I guess we're Josh. It's good.
Are you coming in?
It's good you're back up here, because we're going to wrap this up and conclude this coverage. I mean, it's been an exciting day. The weather's been perfect. Year after year we do this, and it couldn't get any better. And we're so glad you stayed here with us
Keith,
today.
I won the bead competition.
Yeah, you killed it.
I did.
Well, Josh was gaining fast up here.
It weighs down your neck, though. It's difficult in the street.
It's like the millstone when you walk around.
Did you have a highlight of the parade, something you really enjoyed?
Kissing the mayor had to be on top part of the list there.
The mayor's kiss.
Yeah.
That's a clip one needs to have on a loop later with you.
All week next week.
We do want to remind you, if you've missed our entire coverage, you can watch an encore broadcast of it. That is Sunday night starting at 5 p.m. on our sister station, which is Great 38. Plus, you can get Gasparilla highlights now on WFLA.com and, of course, on the News Channel 8 app. And we have beads to share and more. And I'm really going to miss your long hair.
I'm going to wear it next week.
Just see what happens.
Monday morning.
You know what? At 4 o'clock, you got to bring it back just for a moment.
Boss
I don't know the coif you've got going, Mike. You'll have to fix it back later. But this has been a great Gasparilla, and the fun's just getting started. I mean, there's still plenty to do. Come on down to Tampa Bay if you're out here, and if you're driving home or if you know somebody, be careful. Traffic could be an issue.
And we really appreciate you joining us for our long parade coverage today. On behalf of Josh Benson, Gail Guayardo, and the entire News Channel 8 staff, we want to thank all the folks behind the scenes who make this parade happen.
Hard workers.
Thank you for joining us.
Have a great day, and happy Gasparilla, everybody.
Live coverage of the 2018 Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest and Gasparilla Parade of Pirates was sponsored in part by your Southern Chevy dealers and presented by Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. The Gasparilla Parade has been brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, the ultimate place to play, dine, and rock. News Channel 8 broadcast sponsored by HomeValue.com. Don't try to sell your home without Home Value Marketing. Physician Partners of America, specializing in pain management, orthopedics, and minimally invasive spine procedures. Precision Garage Door, a name you can trust. And the Duncan Duo. Go to theduncanduo.com.